up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. My name is Andrew Schulz, okay? I'm here with Akash Singh, real life cast.
Yes,
we got
sir.
Alex Media and Ed in on the ones and twos. Very special announcement, okay? Now, the second half of this episode, okay, I'm not sure the exact minute it's going to start because we're recording the first half right now. That being said,
If you're a good listener, you'll be listening to it through.
The second half of this episode, Kaz, please be quiet.
Sorry.
The second half of this episode, got to get through this fucking thing without Kaz. I know Kaz excited to talk.
Excited.
Let me fucking get through the intro.
Goddamn.
Shut the fuck
it's up. It's a good episode today.
Holy
Lots of things.
shit, you're ruining it.
Lots of things.
You're ruining the good episode by talking. I'll let you know when you can talk. Okay?
All right, white man.
Second, exactly. Let me use my white privilege to make this shit work, okay?
Go for
all right?
it.
Listen, I need you to just be quiet, okay? Just walk out on this family so we can get this podcast started, okay? Let me be the single black mother raising this podcast with all of her power. Where my black queens at?
Damn it.
Okay, we have we have an amazing guest who's on the second half of this podcast. Porn star Silvia Saige is here. Second half of this podcast, breaking down the porn game in a wild way. She said something that I thought was absolutely interesting. She goes, 80% of income from porn stars.
Save it.
No, Akash, do I know what I'm doing?
I mean, I
Shut
guess.
the fuck up, you two. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what the
you
fuck
so
I'm
angry
doing,
today?
yo. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Why you so angry
Save
today?
it.
Damn,
Save it. Like, motherfuckers might not know who Sylvia Saige
America
is.
won this past
Yo,
weekend.
cut them
You'd be
mics,
happy.
please. Can you cut them mics? I can't, like, you're ruining our own show.
Jeez,
okay?
white man.
Real
Gosh.
talk. Yeah, the white man knows how to get shit done, okay? We really do. So let me get the shit done, okay?
Jesus Christ.
So Silvia Saige is here. She said 80% of porn stars' income comes from outside of porn. Porn is the advertisements, okay? And if you want to know what they really make their money doing, then you just listen to the second half. It might blow your fucking mind, okay? That being said, also another cool announcement. We're splitting up the YouTube channel that you guys, some of you are watching on this right now, so we're going to have a Flagrant 2's very own YouTube. Brilliant Idiots is going to have its own YouTube, and we're going to keep most of the stand-up, all the stand-up stuff, inside jokes, and dropping in on the YouTube that you're currently watching right now. We're going to have links for all the YouTube so you guys can go over there, subscribe, spread the word, tweet it out, let everybody know. And besides that, those were our big announcements. Well, there's one massive announcement, but I can't say it just yet. I just need to make sure the ink is dry, and then we're going to tell you about that one. But I'm very, very excited about that one. That being said, I think it's time to start the show, guys. Now, Akash and Kaz.
No shows this weekend? We can't promote shit?
We'll do a little later. Let's get right into it. Let's start cooking, man. Let's start cooking.
Now we're allowed to talk. All right.
Now you guys are allowed to talk.
The muzzle's off.
Now, so here's the thing.
What's up?
We started the Flagrant 2 Patreon episode last week with your flagrant thought of the week.
Flagrant thought of the
I
week.
like starting out with a little bit of flagrancy, get the ball rolling in the right direction, set the mood, etc. Okay? So flagrant thought of the week. This was my flagrant thought of the week. It was about 95 degrees. I think it was last Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm dying out there. It is crazy. I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden I see this girl walking, and she's got like just burn marks all over her body. Like it looked like maybe like 70% of her was burned. And all I could think about, I was just looking at her, and I was like, do you think she at all during this day has thought, man, it's hot as fuck outside?
Oh, God. Was that
Or does this feel like air conditioning?
I was about to say, like, compared to what she's been through, she's probably just like, it's kind of nice.
This light work, right? This light work for her.
Like, oh, I could use a little glisten this week.
Right?
Probably slap
Like,
some suntan lotion over it. Like, oh, this is
it.
great.
Like, do you think that changes
You think
your
she likes
idea of
stunting
hot?
on people who are like, it's hot outside, and she'd be like, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
What you know about hot?
That motherfuckers know
I'm gonna
about
show
being
y'all
burned.
hot.
Oh, is it burning up out there to you?
Taking everybody's like super fucking angry thoughts and be like, oh, it's burning up here. You want to talk about burning up, bitch? I'll show you burning up,
So that was my
motherfucker.
flagrant thought of the week. I'm walking down the street and I was just looking at that girl, man. I felt bad complaining about myself, but like I was waiting to just see like a look of like exasperation or something on her.
Yeah.
And there was nothing.
God
Absolutely
damn.
nothing. Is that flagrant? Is that fucked up? Yeah.
It's a little bit fucked
That's
up.
my life. Akash, what you got?
Yo, I think we need R. Kelly back, man.
What was your thinking?
I was just in the car this morning driving back from DC with my girl.
Right.
And she asleep, and I got Pandora on, and R. Kelly came on, and I was just like, yo, it was the fucking Ignition remix, and I was like, this is one of the best songs of that
Good
decade.
song.
At the very least, of the 2000s. We need this guy back.
And you know
Pandora
what?
doesn't give a fuck, huh?
Nah, he really doesn't.
Pandora doesn't give a fuck.
Pandora don't give a fuck. She knew my
Remember
girl
that
was
fake
asleep.
Spotify band that R. Kelly, they tried with R. Kelly? Oh, yeah. Like, it only just shot up his sales like 40% or something.
Son, let's cancel R. Kelly.
Oh, like if you're I mean,
He don't own his
is
masters.
he even in jail?
Cass pointed this out. He don't own his masters. Anytime you listen to him, you're not putting any money in
Somebody
his
else
pocket.
is getting paid for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, he only makes his money off of touring. He can't tour no more because everyone think. Well,
I don't
everyone knows.
see R. Kelly live now. That's crazy. You can take your girl, you might not get her back.
Nah, she's old enough. There's one concert you should feel very
she misses
comfortable taking your
the
girl
age
to.
threshold.
It is an R. Kelly concert. There is no way in hell he is taking your old ass legal girlfriend. Okay, your daughter. Be careful. Okay,
Okay, for sure.
Don't have your
Christ.
daughter on your shoulders during an R. Kelly concert. That's just putting a spotlight on him.
My God.
Kelly's up there singing "Bump and Grind," making eye contact.
I don't see nothing wrong. Age ain't nothing but a number and shit.
She got
Come
a
on,
pacifier in her
B.
mouth. Like, what's he talking
You
about?
just gotta be old enough to have your shots,
Young,
right?
but I'm ready. Seems like you're ready. Like, fuck out of here, R. Kelly. God damn it.
Okay, Cass, what you got for us?
All right, so I was watching the USA Women's Finals, like, you know, a bunch of other people that were watching it this
Gay.
weekend. And,
Son.
you know, and I'm having, you know, and I'm watching, and it speaks to me differently now because I'm going to have a little girl and all this other stuff, so I'm watching it. And I'm like, damn, they won the gold medal, and each player gets a bonus of $250,000, right?
And these bitches still
And
complain.
the men get $1 million, right?
Yeah, as they
So I'm
should.
watching. I flip over the channel. I flip it over to I think like Cheddar Esports, or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a little girl playing to a sold out arena playing fucking video games. Right. So I'm sitting here thinking like, I would much rather have my little girl be the bitch in esports. In like Fortnite, like whatever the fucking game that comes out the next 20, like this, the way this sport has grown.
Yeah.
Why would you have your kids play soccer, knowing the best soccer players in the world don't get shit?
Yeah, and you know she get impressed by them lesbians
And
too.
you got
Oh, son.
Your daughter gonna get pressed by
all that
rapping
shit.
though.
Oh,
This your
son.
third
She got
strike.
raped
Yeah,
almost
that's
in
what
her
I'm saying.
name.
That's what I'm saying.
God,
Oh,
bro.
Son, she gets
It's in your
raped
name.
and no in her name. That'll tell you everything you need to know about what happens during halftime.
That's what dudes be saying.
Pussies is getting eaten.
Shout out to them. I mean,
That's
shout
what
out to
dudes
them.
be
They
saying when
balled
they look
out.
at her rapping now.
Rape and
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Rapping no.
No, I mean,
No.
shout out to them. They balled out, but like,
Yeah.
the fact that was it their fourth gold medal?
Son, they're playing
Whatever.
against women from other countries that have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
You're this is not fair competition.
It's domination. It's domination,
Of
right?
course, but what I'm saying is like America's the only country, maybe another country or two, where like the women get to focus their full life on soccer.
Yeah.
Right? That is their full and only goal is playing soccer, getting better at soccer. They give all their attention to soccer, right? Like these other girls play soccer and then still have to go home and they have to cook their husband dinner because he has a real job that's paying for
And
their
if you
life.
look at the teams that they're playing, it's like France, Dutch,
You think
the UK.
Thailand's got
It's
like
all
a
right.
real fucking like
Dutch.
team
Like the
that
real
they're putting money
is that
into?
the name of the country, the Dutch. I
think
don't
it's
know
the
what
Netherlands.
fuck. But like the
Netherlands,
real Netherlands, whatever. But like the real bad bitches of the country are like doing actual shit, right?
They
Like
have
the
to.
best
They
female
have
athletes.
families to raise.
Yeah.
Lesbians aren't even legal there, so all the women have kids.
And soccer's been around forever. Like, and people still like. Half of the women's national team can walk down the aisle right now. I wouldn't
hold
know
up.
who it is.
The men get $1 million if they win.
Yeah, they get $1 million bonus.
They never
That's
win.
exactly. That's
They
the
never
hustle.
win.
Yeah.
That's why men get paid more because they know they're not gonna. Hey, man, if you win, you'll get $100 billion each. It's a bullshit thing. The women always make more because they're the ones who are gonna
Made
win.
up. It's made up.
They don't make more though.
Yeah, they don't make any.
In the end,
They have the potential to make more.
yeah, because they're gonna win, and the men are never gonna win.
100%. You're 100% right about that. But and just to put like an end to this whole like this pay controversy with the women's soccer, right? Which is absolute nonsense. We just have
Pay
to
the
look
men
at
less.
no. Stop. Right.
Yeah.
So, just so people understand here, the women are overpaid. This is 100% fact. What you get paid on is a percentage of revenue, right? The men get paid based on 9% of the revenue, okay? The women get paid based on 13% of their revenue. So if they really wanted equal pay, you would reduce the women's pay. Just female soccer doesn't bring in as much money as male soccer. That's why you don't get paid as much. What I don't understand, people, especially the women, is like, this is America, right? If we can make money on something, we will. People make money on prisons here. You think that they're actively trying to not make money on soccer?
Yeah.
If there was money in female soccer, please believe you would be making it.
Yeah.
But the reality is there isn't.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
though. Is this based on the revenue they make from their soccer league or from the national shit?
No,
I
from the
think
World
from
Cup.
FIFA, right?
Yeah, FIFA.
Yeah.
Okay, they get 13% of World Cup revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. got
Because
it.
the reality is, it might be popular here, but nobody gives a fuck about female soccer anywhere outside of
We,
America.
we
the
don't.
first
We only
world.
care every 4 years.
Exactly,
That's the only
right?
time.
The only
really
reason we
care.
care is because our men suck.
Well, no. The only reason we care is because the USA is on the jersey,
Yeah.
right? Because once you start
I'll
putting
root for anything
Salt
in the
Lake on
gold
the
medal.
jersey,
Yeah.
nobody watches.
Oh, I was even saying if the men's national team would dominated, the women would be like, okay, that's cool. We kind of like women's basketball in the
we'd watch
Olympics,
it.
but like,
We support women's curling. Anything that America's good at, we just love America. We're prideful people.
Yeah.
It's that simple. If you put USA on the jersey and we're fighting, but we're going up against another country, we're going to root for it.
I'll say the rooting is exaggerated greatly because our men suck and our women are the only ones who win.
I think it doesn't mean anything.
You don't?
I'm dead ass. I swear to God, I think it's every 4 years we get the opportunity to be better than another country, and America loves that.
Right.
Right? So it's like, here's our opportunity to do it. Because we'll watch any sport
Right.
as long as the U.S. is
But
good at it.
We know Rapinoe. I don't know a single fucking curler, and no one in this room knows a
Because we're
single
not
women's
good at it.
curler.
No.
If we were good at it, you would know. Like, I knew gymnasts. I know female
Yeah, we know
gymnasts.
swimmers. Like,
We know swimmers,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
it's insane that we know these
What was
fucking
the other guy
sports.
that wasn't Michael Phelps? The one that
The dummy. Yeah, he's like borderline
Lochte.
Yeah,
retarded.
with Lochte, Ryan Lochte. We know that motherfucker.
Gabby Douglas
Nobody gives a shit.
was the
Simone
Gymnast.
Biles.
Simone Biles.
I
beast.
know ones from back in the day.
Yeah.
Dominique Moceanu.
Yeah, I know Dominique
Wow.
Dawes. Dominique
Dominique
Dawes?
Dawes.
That's another one. Yeah.
Dominique
she was
Dawes.
beast.
Bad
She's
bitch.
bad. You
Bad,
seen her recently?
Where's
Yeah,
R.
that's what
Kelly
I'm
at?
saying.
Dominique Dawes is a bad bitch.
Yo,
bro.
R. Kelly was the biggest gym fan, bro. Gym fan. Son, if you are like a pedophile trying to be on a straight and narrow, you just got to become a fan of female sports where they mature younger, right? Like
Oh my
female
God.
tennis, they're all like 16.
Yeah.
Coco. Yeah, he's in love with the
Coco
Coco.
Gauff?
What's
That's
the
her name?
Coco?
Coco?
She's
Coco
this
Gauff?
15-year-old black American tennis player.
Yeah, she's killing that Wimbledon right
She was
now.
doing great.
She beat Venus Williams in the
Oh,
first
the
round.
Asian chick.
No,
Nah,
she's
black
black.
Asian?
She black.
Little black Asian girl.
Nah, black and Asian girl.
You're thinking of the Haitian one.
Haitian, yeah. She got
There's
a
this
French.
other girl who
No,
just
it's a
bought-
black
was started, like,
Japanese.
this week. Yeah.
This girl is like 15 years old. She beat Venus. She's like a big
She's the
sensation
truth.
this tournament.
That's all
We'll
I'm
see how long it lasts.
saying.
Yeah, we'll root for anybody, bro. It's
We
just
root
that,
for
you know.
America. If you make it, if you do well, we will get behind you. Fencing. Remember when we pretended to give a fuck about short track speed skating because Apollo fucking
Apollo
Antonio.
Ono.
Yeah, Apollo Ono was whooping ass. We're like, oh, those we fucking don't. We just like beating these Koreans again.
You're the only person I know who actually liked short track speed
So
skating.
short track speed skating kind of lit. That shit kind of lit.
Looks
He was
intense,
really-
looks intense.
yo,
They get
He
pretty
was
fast.
hype about it
You
for
know
like
what
2
it
weeks.
is? If you like NASCAR at all, which y'all don't, but if you like NASCAR at all,
And you're gay? Short track speed skating.
yes. It's just NASCAR with more crashes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, because that's all you watch NASCAR
And
for.
spandex. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so if you're gay,
Definitely go.
absolutely.
And on
This
ice.
is right
Yeah,
on
Yeah, it's sick. Dude, it's so fucking cool, man. It's so Asian. They're all dressed as ninjas, and instead of like swords in their hands, they got them on their feet and shit. It's so sick.
It's like fucking Power Rangers. Just
Real
skating
talk.
through this shit. Like, it's awesome though.
But
Fuck
that's
it.
what we do. We front every fucking Olympics or every one of these events. We front. Like,
You know what it is though, because I think people look at soccer as such a big binary thing where it's like, oh, it's the world's game.
It is
it's
the world's game.
Yeah, but like here, it's like nobody's watching women's soccer every night when it's on.
Nobody-
like in whatever league that's on or whatever.
guys,
Like
I want them to win. This is the reality is.
And
if
you know,
we could
and
make
bro-
money on it, we would. It's very simple. Stop acting like there's a conspiracy. There's two things to believe. You either believe, one, there's a government conspiracy stealing money from women's soccer so the girls don't get paid, or two, men make more money so they get paid more. Which is more believable? You
Which
just
is
answer
true.
that question
Yeah,
yourself,
I mean,
and then that's fine.
You know me, bro. Like, I've always been like a proponent. I always stood up for WNBA. I thought it was dope, whatever. But like, facts are facts, bro. Like, I've seen these arenas. Like, the Liberty don't play in the Garden no more. Like, they got to play in
They
Westchester.
didn't even have a contract until this.
This one-
ESPN bought up the remainder of their season for the women's MLS or whatever. But before that, there was no TV rights. It was just they're up there.
And to be fair, it gets better. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to.
It's
You
just
gotta
on-
have a league.
Fam, it's
like
on women.
with women's basketball. Women's basketball had the same problem.
Yes.
They're getting better. Clearly, it's not the same money that the NBA is getting. Obviously, it'll probably never be like
Son,
that.
the big three-
But you gotta take steps.
The
You gotta
big
take
three
steps.
just eclipsed the WNBA in viewership.
Yeah, the big three's lit this year, though.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not.
It's compelling basketball.
Eclipsed the WNBA in viewership. So
Yeah.
again, ladies, put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? Is all you want women's sports to get paid a lot? Go watch it.
Go watch it. That's what. Yo,
Y'all watch.
Cause and effect. That's what I said. I was
mean-
like, yo, if y'all want to support it,
Oh,
y'all
it's
gotta watch
Kaz in
it.
effect now.
Oh, it's not
fault.
cause and effect. Gotcha.
Well, we're on Flagrant too, so it depends.
Here's the reality, right? It's like there is maybe the highest grossing show on television right now is a show called The Bachelorette or The Bachelor.
My girl watches it.
Everybody's girl watches it.
Everybody loves The Bachelor.
Girls love it.
Yeah.
It is a competition show
Yeah.
that is on once a week, and
Yeah.
people go fucking crazy
It's
for
insane.
it. They lose it. And there is, if you realize, I don't know if you've noticed from watching, but it's basically a giant integrated marketing scheme, right? Every little thing on the show is
Everything
like,
is sold. and
Starbucks
advertised.
coffee. I need this before I go out on my date. And it is genius, right?
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
genius.
They
Genius
brand the
connection.
fuck out
Brand
of
the
that
fuck out
show.
of
Yeah.
And it makes tons of money. Of
course.
Right? It's as simple as this. Ladies, if you watched soccer as much as you watch The Bachelorette, they will get paid just as much as these NBA players or these professional soccer players. But you watch soccer as much as you watch, I don't know.
Let me tell you something. If my girl
What's a show that people don't watch a lot?
that people don't watch,
Are you guys good over there? What's going on?
Son, my flagrant take of the week is bring back pesticides and all the shit.
Oh, is somebody
that
biting you
kills
over
fucking
there, yo?
mosquitoes because
Why
these
you dressed
fucking
like Mo Harkless? What the fuck you got that headband on for?
I rode my bike today.
I was about to say you got
There's
you got a
mosquito
505
in
after
area
this.
that just keeps bugging the shit out of me, and I can't stop thinking.
Oh, God, yeah. You guys, they were going like crazy
You
with
look like
the
fucking
Purell.
crackheads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got good skin. That's
Well, why
why
would
it's
you
sweet.
Purell it? That's
with
just
that
gonna
sweet
clean the
melanin.
skin
Cocoa butter.
before they
I can't
go and
get my
eat
mind
it.
off it right now.
Say again?
Like anything that would work. Look, it's right. Fucking
So why don't you kill
There it
that
is.
shit, son?
Kill that shit.
Son, we're not going to have another Breaking
No,
Bad
no, I know.
episode.
No, we're good.
Okay. All right, so anyway.
But
that's-
yeah, I'd rather have my daughter play esports.
But you know what bothers me, bro? Oh, that's right.
my
Listen,
thought.
you know what bothers me about this shit?
A lot of
is
money in that shit.
The fucking girls on this soccer team, right? Oh, boy. They're not stupid, right? They must have sat down with a lawyer. They must have sat down with FIFA. They must have sat down with these different organizations and bodies and said, so what's the deal? Why do we make less? And they just tell them the truth. They just go, I got you.
Yeah, I seen it.
They just tell them the truth. They go, hey, we only pay you less because you guys make less money. Right? Mm-hmm. And then they take that information and they know the truth and they keep pushing this fucking lie. They're not ignorant. Like, I don't mind someone who's ignorant, right? Because you don't know better. Like, I don't mind. Like, a lot of these women who like think about the pay gap, they truly believe there's a wage gap based on their gender, and someone looks at their tits and goes, "I'm going to pay you less," and they truly believe that, right? I accept that. You're fighting for something you truly believe to be real. But when somebody comes to you and goes, "Yo, ladies, this is the math. We're actually paying you more percentage wise than the men get," you know, like, you guys just don't bring in the revenue.
I'm
to be
sorry.
paid.
When have women ever listened to facts? I just don't know. So it's like where we are in the world.
Totally. So it's like, all we got to do is, like, the fact that you know the truth and you're still pushing the lie, I got to question your character now.
All right, so to be fair,
I got to question your character. You're a liar.
Nike has paid them more. Like, you don't even need to know economics to know. Like, if you see a bunch of fucking billboards of some team in Times Square and like by the Garden, all this other shit, like, you know, Nike's shelling out a shit ton of money
Women
to
got
make sure you're getting
billboards?
more. Right?
Bro, I did not notice these hoes ever.
Nike is trying to help make up for that gap.
Right.
But there's only so much FIFA could actually do. You don't think it's possible that like they're continuing to perpetuate this just so, it's more of a symbolic thing for page gap management
Oh
everywhere?
yeah, it's a
not
symbolic
just-
thing right in their pockets. Isn't it convenient when symbolism goes straight into your bank account?
No, I mean like I don't think you're
I want
getting.
to fight for symbolic women's rights. Pay me more. Because the idea of women's rights matters to me. So if I could get paid more on behalf of all women,
I think
that'd be
you gotta
great.
miss my point. My point was, you said it. They're not stupid. They know how much the wage gap is when you're with
and
FIFA.
what
because
Akash is saying is that he goes, they're virtue signaling, but they're not
That's
doing
the-
it
that's
for.
the word I was looking
They're
for.
not doing it for virtue. They're doing it for financial gain. I think that's what you were trying to say,
Yeah.
right? So it's like how convenient is it that all of a sudden gender equality is necessary when it's time for you to get paid?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like these people who got beachfront property that they're like, global warming is fucking up everything. It's like, no, you just want to keep your porch. You know what I mean?
you
Your
brought
house is
up-
about to be part of the Atlantic.
What I'm saying is though, when it comes to like a brand like Nike, when you could
Nike don't give a fuck.
no, just listen to me,
Son,
just listen
how
to
you
me.
support the NFL and Kaepernick? You don't give a fuck.
All right, so
You believe they do?
I'm not saying they give a fuck. I'm just saying like if the ratings are up because of a women's soccer game and you're running all these ads and all such shit, you have to pay them more. You just have to. Because you're running a shit ton of ads, you're taking out commercial space. You can only use their likenesses you can't use their likeness without paying them a certain amount of money.
Right.
So whatever they were getting last year, they're absolutely getting more this year in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
I'm just saying when it comes to FIFA, you can't do that because you said it. They only bring
get
in
a
this much
percentage.
audience.
Yeah.
You get a percentage.
I'm
you
talking
make
about
what you keep.
What they make, to be honest with you, I'm only talking about what they're getting paid. I'm not
Okay.
talking about sponsorship because that's something totally
something different.
on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
We're just talking about like these bullshit statistics that they keep bringing up. It's adorable. They do this thing. It's so cute. They do this thing where like between 2016 and now, the women's world.
It's so cute.
It is. Between 2016 and now, the women's U.S. women's team has made more money than the men, right? And it's like, oh, that's convenient. That's convenient that you pick it up the year after the men's World Cup. Isn't that funny? How you just skip out the men's World Cup in that calculation you got right there. I mean, come on.
Man, that's so funny. Do you want to get paid more, little girl? That's so cute.
Damn.
anyway, so whatever. We don't have to spend too much time on it.
let's not spend
Adorable,
a bunch
such a
of time
funny
on that
word.
shit.
Oh man.
So, Kawhi.
Oh yeah, Doc Rivers is coaching the guy who cheated on his daughter.
Yeah, but if he cared about his daughter, she would have never fucked NBA players. Like, let's be honest here. Like, if your daughter's out here, like, your daughter is out here fucking guys that you coach against. Like, she's clearly out here with a grievance against you. Like, that's the equivalent of, like, your son being a goth, right? He's just trying to piss you off. You're like, you have a daddy issue that you're trying to piss off, so you're fucking...
Go to hell, Dad.
And if
I'm gonna
anything-
swallow all the dicks out.
Real talk. Real talk. And if anything, this is Doc getting his daughter back.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you thought he was out of your life. You thought. Nah, he's coming right back. And guess what? You wanted my attention? Guess who's going to get my attention now? Remember that guy you were fucking so you could get my attention? Well, now he's going to get some attention. We got something in common.
Yo, so we always thought though, real quick, I always thought Doc was like soft and he's coaching his fucking kid, Austin Rivers. Remember he had that like banner up in the. I was like, this Doc is too much. Then he traded that motherfucker. Then he traded for Paul
He didn't
George.
trade him. He wasn't the president at that time.
He wasn't president?
Yeah, no.
Okay, because I thought this guy's a little sociopathic.
No. I mean, he's sociopath. Like, he's...
Is he still? He's president now though, right? So he had nothing
Jerry
to do with Paul
West,
George
right?
either.
Jerry, the logo, man. The logo.
The-
The goat.
this
The
motherfucker,
goat.
we got to
The
talk about
fucking
him.
goat,
We're going
bro.
to talk about the logo in a second, but let's keep talking about this. This is fun.
Okay, so now, so how about this? How about you're at a job where they traded away your son and then gave you the guy that fucked your daughter and then cheated on her?
Right.
What a job that is.
Wait. I'm confused.
The president, so he had no say in this, in either one of these moves,
He
right?
was the coach at the time.
Yeah, but he couldn't make the personnel moves, or
Correct.
he didn't make. So,
I mean, yeah, he doesn't
personnel
have the
moves
end.
were made were one, they trade your son away from you.
Right.
Two, they trade the guy who not only fucked your daughter for a long time,
Right.
also cheated on her with a stripper.
Right.
And now you just got to make this work.
To be fair, a lot of players in the league has fucked his daughter.
Really?
That's the rumor on the streets.
Jeez.
Wow. Who else?
Yeah, I'm not touching this one.
That's the rumor on the streets.
You know who
She
is
like her
touching
some-
Doc's daughter? Apparently,
She
a lot
like
of people.
her some ball players. That's the word on the streets.
Was Ben Simmons one of them at one point? I think?
I don't know. Ben's a newbie, but that's the word on these
I thought I heard
streets.
something like that.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's annoying. That's annoying. Like, you're an annoying daughter for that reason. Like, you're fucking this guy's coworkers. At the end of the day, Doc has to work with these NBA players.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they would want nothing more than to fuck your daughter. And why would you give them that? Like, imagine.
You selfish bitch.
Yeah, she's
I've
so
done that
fucking
before.
selfish.
I've
Done
done
what?
that before. I've slept with one of my coach's daughters before.
See, that's
Back
crazy.
in the
It's
day.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
It wasn't that. It was. It was
I'm
actually,
judging, Kaz.
Yeah, I'm judging you.
Why?
Kaz,
Son, I'm judging,
No,
man.
how's it foul?
son.
How's that
How's
not
it
foul,
foul?
dog?
He was like, he looked at me like,
were you starting or no?
I was starting, bro. I was on
You were
conference.
starting?
Yeah, I got player of the week like 4 times that year too.
Word?
Yeah, it was nice.
Thanks to both of them.
She was cute, man. I mean, hey, this
Yo,
is,
what if
this
he
is my
set-
college years, bro.
I think he
This
set
is
her
like,
up for that. I think he was like, yo, the only thing that Kaz needs is some confidence.
No,
So-
to be fair, this was like a year after I graduated. Like she would always come to the game. She'd always flirt, whatever. But I didn't until
Until you finished.
I was out of
So
out of school.
she was
Yeah.
still in high school and you were in college.
No, I was graduated college.
Oh.
She was. We both graduated college, but he was still coaching the team.
Oh, so you didn't fuck her while you were coaching?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the game, coach. No, you sure you don't want your daughter to get cummed on? I'm gonna go back in the game, coach. Coach, I think I got a few more minutes in me, coach. Call a timeout. We don't need a timeout yet, coach.
Man.
Your girl was trying to call a timeout last
Nah,
night.
but he was mad cool, bro. Like I remember like when
He
she
better
finally,
be cool. You fucking his daughter.
like when she finally like told him like, yeah,
You
you
got
know,
no choice. I love it when dads are cool after you fucking their daughter. Like, you better be cool,
What choice do you
motherfucker.
have?
Exactly. We playing zone. You know what I mean? Only man to man I play is with your daughter.
Sub. God
I'm
damn.
gonna play a boxing one on her.
Oh man,
Real talk,
good
man.
times.
Isn't it crazy that like every movie creates this dynamic where like the man wants to win over the daughter's father? Like,
You do,
I'm
though.
so
You do though, not win him
Son,
over, but you want to be
are
like,
psycho.
you gotta
son.
win me over. I'm
You're
fucking your
psycho,
daughter.
son.
you're a wild.
You
boy.
are really psycho.
You're really
son.
a wild boy.
How?
You're a wild boy.
This is not.
How?
This is not just a concept in movies. That's it in life.
This guy's
So
crazy,
you
man.
go
I
to
know,
me-
son.
This guy's fucking crazy, man.
Woo!
This guy's
You-
crazy.
I pray you
This
never have a
Hollywood
daughter,
idea
son.
that just came about in movies. Like,
So I got because back in the day, you didn't smash the daughter first. You had to win over the dad, and the dad was like, "All right, open up that pussy, let him in it." Right? This was a good dinner. That dinner meant a lot back in the day, right? It was like everything you said on that dinner. There was a little crank on the daughter's leg, and I was like, "Yeah, actually, I'm in finance. Crank, 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 crank." Yeah, I'm making $2 million a year, and the dad just had a little rotating thing. Crank, 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 crank. I did get fired from my last job. Crank, 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 crank. So that dinner mattered. You had to kill it. But now, by the time you meet the father, you've already fucked the daughter many times. So it's
Yeah.
like you need to win me over, fam. You need to win me over. Like, why are we thinking about this different?
Yo, there's something really wrong with you.
son.
There's something really wrong with you.
So that I already hit it. I bump and grind. I put my thumb in the butt like that. Like that.
Son, I pray you never have a daughter, son.
Yo,
You're
bro,
foul,
I'm
son.
looking at him
Real
like,
talk.
You're
word,
foul,
like,
son.
Son, my girl's dad
Let's
disrespect
some
me
kid. Let's
during
some kid.
dinner. Daughter liable to get fingered in that moment. In that moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was that, Dad? What was that? What was that?
This is how I know you date a lot of white women.
Yeah.
So I just started dating white women.
Nah,
Just
bro.
things you don't get to meet the dads of the black
So I walked right into that. This is how I know. This is how I know. I'm like, there's no way you're doing that with a black daddy in the house. You kidding me?
Oh,
I'm like, there was probably no black daddy that you did. I get it. I get it.
Oh,
I deserve
boy.
that one.
I'm making no sense on that.
No.
Nah, bruh. Because it's
I mean,
an
it makes
emotional
sense. You're
thing.
just fucking insane.
If you
for thinking
love
it.
this girl, like if just some girl, you probably not meeting the father anyway. If you meeting the father, you care about this girl, right?
Yes, 100%. But all I'm saying is this, Akash, right? Tell me if I'm making sense here. All I'm asking, tell me if I'm making sense. Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking care of your daughter.
Right.
I'm the new you.
Yeah.
No,
What?
you're not her
You
daddy.
never taken the.
I'm not her dad, but I gotta protect her and provide for her. That's the idea.
Time out.
Hold on.
You like when a girl calls you
Women can't
daddy?
provide for themselves.
You like when a girl calls you daddy, bro?
Say what?
You like it when a girl calls you daddy?
She don't really call me dad.
You don't like it?
She don't call me daddy, really.
That's
I'm gonna be
weird.
honest with you, that don't really happen.
Okay,
I've had
good.
girls say that to me.
There's some
Cool.
girls that are into that. I'm like, don't do that. Like,
I make
I'm
them call me father.
Oh, there you
like,
Dad.
it's like, nah,
I make him call me
good.
dad.
Just dad.
Just dad.
Right there, dad.
It's Mr. Clemens to you. Why don't you call me Mr. Your last name? It's just Mr. Media. Dude, Mr. Media is sick. Dude, your
Mr.
girl got
Media.
called
That's a
Mr.
porn
Media
name.
from now
Mr.
on.
Media is a porn name.
It is, real talk.
Got that.
Here we go. He was about to let loose. He was about to let loose.
Go in.
Got that full clip. You know what I mean?
Talk to me, Al. Talk to me. What? Sometimes she asks for an edit. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If I'm the one that's gonna protect your daughter after you die, you're closer to dead than I am. I gotta protect her. I gotta provide. Shouldn't you be wanting to win me over? Like,
Yeah, but you're not set. Like, you're not married yet. He still has influence on whether or not, like, if she values his opinion, he's like, I don't really like this guy.
do dads really think that their opinion matters to their daughter?
I think this is a white
It's
thing.
more about the girl.
that's a
where
white
you're
thing.
like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you think, Dad. That happens in other families, but not as all. Like, it matters.
Not a lot of brown
Son.
folks families. Like if the dad's
Stop.
there,
It
like
happens.
you want.
It happens for sure.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody to give a fuck what their parents say, really, in
Yes,
America.
but white people the
Yup.
least.
This is how you. This is how you
I
did
don't
a
know
lot of
what you
white
talking
women,
about.
bro.
If my
It's
mom
not
didn't
that-
like my shorty,
Yeah, you was out.
Outta
You
here.
was out. Like you had to win the parents
outta
over.
here, son. Straight up.
What if you had
Like
nice...
I've blown the dinner before.
Say what?
Like I've blown the dinner completely. Like I
Showing
wouldn't
up
have-
being black.
Yeah, like I was like my shirt wasn't ironed. That's another one.
Just showing up black.
Didn't say anything. Hi, my name is Kaz. What?
What? Thought he was Asian. Nah, but like I've totally blown like the dinner before, and like 2
I
or
don't
3 weeks
understand.
later.
You said
it
he was a
over.
writer. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't. How did?
I made like some ill-timed jokes, like
What'd you
my
say?
shirt. I don't remember what I said, but like it was just like I thought I was. You ever think you were too cool, like with the parent, and like, oh, bro, you kind of like what Eden does every week when he thinks he's like when he thinks he's too comfortable.
What
and
were
he's
you
just like-
saying?
I don't remember. Like I don't remember. This is years ago. This is when I was had to win over parents when I was like 20
You
something.
just seeing the mom walk away from the table. You look at the dad like she get it from her mama.
Something like that. It had to be something stupid. Like I thought, I definitely overstepped my boundaries on like a few
What'd you
jokes.
say?
It was something along the lines of just like like maybe like cursing when I probably shouldn't have, and like there's like little kids and like because he cursed and like I cursed, and like it was a very big difference between like him saying a curse and me being like, oh yeah, fuck that shit. I was like, whoa, you felt it like immediately, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later it was a wrap. Like I knew it was over.
See, that's pussy, bro.
It ain't pussy. It's just that like some girls like are very big daddy's girls, and it's like if daddy don't like
I
you,
don't believe that shit, fam.
moms will always make it up to you. My
I don't believe that shit. We're low key. I don't believe it.
That's not because you don't.
Girls
you
don't
date girls
care.
with daddy issues.
Girls, who doesn't? Wait, y'all date girls with good relationships with their parents? Fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, what kind of crazy ass world do y'all live in? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Come on, son. Like
I'm sorry.
That's
Have you
true.
ever had good head? Have you? Guys, have you ever had good head? Yo, there is no better head when it feels like the girl's trying to find her father in your dick. She's just like,
where is it?
come back to me! She's trying to squeeze you out the shaft.
Should have sucked the shame out or something. God damn, yo.
The tears
Yo,
just make it extra wet.
Real talk, that's why they like it when you say, I'm coming. They're just taking on the chest like, I wish my dad said that.
Flagrant ladies, listen to this show.
That's why they swallow, just to
Find
keep
your
them there a little bit
dad.
longer.
Just find your dad. Just have conversations with him. Do something, please. I beg of you.
Yo, for real. That is why girls
that is
swallow
literally
because
the best.
they'll never leave. I'm keeping these forever or until the next time I pee.
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
Sons, okay. Maybe I have a unique way of thinking about these things.
You
I
think?
don't know. I just feel like, yo, can we say something? Akash and Akash's wifey and me were on much better terms.
Yes,
word?
absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We had dinner. We had dinner.
Schulz is great. He was great.
I love to hear
It
it.
was
I love to see
super-
it.
What I say immediately off the jump.
I'm sorry.
Good,
Oh, okay.
good
Yeah.
man.
Good-
Good
it was
man.
a
Walked
very-
up, no confrontation,
No,
nothing.
it was very dope of him to do.
As stupid as I apologize profusely, and I said, I didn't want to create any tension, and I said,
That's
and this is
what
a
good
public
friends
apology,
do.
Jocelyn, I'm sorry, but what I said was, I think sometimes my, this kind of crazy persona is a little bit more digestible once you know me,
Once you get to know,
and I didn't put in that time
yeah.
to get
she
to
didn't
know
know
her.
you. It was a little wild.
Everything,
now
everything
she
with you
knows.
comes with context.
You got
That's what I always tell
exactly,
people.
bro. I'm not good on print.
Yeah, like I didn't, there's so many times people are like, yo, I don't know how you do the podcast. I'm like, yo, everything he does comes with context, yo. Like,
You gotta
can't
be
just-
here.
You gotta know the guy. You gotta be around him. You gotta be around the energy. It's
That's
different.
what I told my
like-
girlfriend's dad.
What?
You know what I mean? It's like, don't listen to shit I text you, dog. Like, I'm right here. You know what I mean? Say something. Watch it go and get fingered.
Oh man, god damn it.
Isn't that crazy? Anyway, shouts to Jocelyn.
Shout out to Jocelyn, man. I'm
Shout out
glad
to
you're on
Jocelyn.
good terms, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm on good terms with Kaz's wifey. We always
Oh
been
yeah,
on
we
good
all,
terms.
y'all always. She's a fan. She loves
Yo,
it. So we all
I'm
good.
on good terms, bro.
Son, it's a new leaf.
Listen, hey, we starting what year?
This is good.
2019.
2019,
We halfway
man.
through the year. It's all right.
Real talk,
Better late
man.
than never.
That's all I wanted, bro. I wanted these dykes to win the fucking World Cup, and then I wanted to be best friends with all my girls' wifeys. That's it. Can you ask for anything more in life, really though?
You're doing well.
Can you?
You're doing well.
Oh God, can you even? I don't know if you can.
Son, you know the wildest part of that? Who wanted these dice to win that match? That's top two things.
That's me. I wanted relationship. Oh, Al, you missed it. Al walked out. Me and Akash wifey were on good terms again.
Yeah, they went to a dinner. It was nice.
Congratulations, man.
Dinner, apologized, chopped it up. It was good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
Good little meal.
So
It's
I
good
just
little
I just
meal.
heard you laughing. So did he just probably ruin it just now?
No, it was good.
No.
It
He's
was
talking about
good.
Women's
She
World
even
Cup.
let me share some of her fries. She don't do that
Yeah,
with everybody,
that's big.
apparently.
That's big.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's
cool.
love.
Actually, I kind of low-key just took them. But then she let me know very quickly, like, I don't usually let people take my fries.
She was cool with it though. She was cool with it.
Oh,
It was good.
man, that's good. That warms my heart.
I
That's
hope
good.
it lasts.
That's
But
good.
more comments
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
fucking up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fucking up. But like, for the
all good.
meantime, I feel like at least there's
Context.
I got
context
faith.
now.
I got faith. I got
There's
faith.
context now.
I got
was like,
faith.
so what's up with the wedding? She was like, I don't know. I don't know if you that good. I don't know if we that cool.
I sent you some pictures and shit.
A little better.
We'll see.
That's what's up.
God
That's
damn.
what's up, bro.
So it's a big happy family, guys. We have good
Flagrant families.
We're all
Yo.
good. Flagrant families. I like it.
Fuck, man.
real talk, yo.
The
Yo,
Portes?
can I say
Or nah?
one thing before we move on?
What's up?
All right, y'all know Mark. Mark opens for me
Oh,
on the
Gagnon,
road.
yeah.
Gagnon. He's in a bunch of.
you're fucked
He's in a.
Dropping in.
He's in dropping in with us. He done inside jokes. Very funny young comic. Just moved to New York. You know what I mean? Very talented.
What's coming?
You know what I'm saying? And young guy, 22 years
Oh,
old.
no.
I saw his talent, and I was like, listen, let's give this guy a shot. Let's bring him on tour. He's in New York. He was couch surfing a little bit. I'm like, yo, I'm out of town. You know what I mean? Why don't you stay at my place, dog? You got my place. Get a nice bed. Get some AC. Get some big windows. I got big windows. That's 11 and a half
You do
foot
got some
ceilings.
big-ass windows.
That's majority window. You know what I mean? You're in a nice neighborhood.
He got big ass windows.
I come back from my little vacay, you know what I mean? I go to take
Oh,
my
no.
shower this morning before I come here flagrant 2. What do I see on the bottom of the fucking shower? On the
Pubes.
bottom of the tub? Not pubes.
Nut?
Come.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Son, my man whacked off in my shower and didn't even clean it.
That's
You didn't
wild.
give it a swirly?
That's
Son,
wild.
You gotta jerk off into the swirly.
I had to be in the shower footing his sperm with
Oh,
What? What? That's not what y'all doing when your friends busting nut in your shower? That's not how y'all do it?
Son, white people different. Son.
I was about to say,
White
like,
people
yo, who
are
does that?
different, son.
Who has the comfort level to beat off in other people's houses? Like,
Can I tell you some real shit? I was in my own shower doing that Brazilian dance, like this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that shit. I with the heel turn.
The click
I was doing the
below.
heel turn. Whatever. What is that
Oh, I
shit
think you
called?
took the heel toe.
The heel
The
turn.
heel
Jamaican dance.
I was doing that. It's Jamaican?
Yeah.
I know it's
Is
Jamaican.
Heel toe.
No, I think
Not
that's
Jam-
Brazil. It's like cumbia or some
Nah,
shit.
heel
I
toes
know.
is some
I thought
nigga
that shit
shit.
was black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
black
shit.
American.
I
Guys,
know.
I don't know what it is, but I was doing that to Mark's sperm. So here's the thing about Mark. So Mark definitely needed to get lambasted.
That's wild.
Fam, how you
That's
listen?
disrespectful.
Son,
Come in
no.
my,
I don't
come in my
disrespected.
bathtub. Come in my bathtub. This is the thing that bothered me about
I've
it.
never heard someone invite people.
I know.
Come in my
Hey, where's my hand? Come in my bathtub.
Yo, white
You're
people
so
different.
fucking gross.
Yeah,
yo.
different. Yo, but it's funny because I was in the group chat when you when you told them. Son, the crazy thing is that Mark didn't
sending you the
even
picture.
deny it. That was the crazy part.
this
He
little
didn't fucking clean up
He didn't
after
even
himself.
deny- He was like, "Damn, maybe it could be hair gel too."
Jeez,
like,
yo.
Son, I'm
white
getting-
people
Come
are
on,
different,
man.
son.
Yo, I'm getting the picture up right now.
Yo, wow. You took the picture of the nut?
I took 2 pictures.
Oh, all right,
Nah, I want to see that shit.
Nah. We gonna see it. Cause let me tell you exactly what happened.
Let's see
before
what- let's see
before
what's
you
in
get
his
it up,
diet.
Eden. Before I just texted it to you, Eden.
Let's see what's in his diet.
Yo, that's my bad, bro. I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about it. You know what? I didn't think about it. So here's the thing.
Can you imagine your girl go through your phone and be like,
What picture comment?
you should text Ed right now. You left this here. Text it.
God, son, that's hilarious.
Oh, man, I'm about to go into Eden's phone and just
Yo.
change Andrew's number and just
Yo.
fuck,
Andrea.
fuck
Change
your whole week
Change your
up.
name in his phone to
Fuck your
Andrea.
whole week up.
Y'all got it? You got it, Eden?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Strong.
I want
ass,
to see. I want to see cum,
No,
dog.
no,
This
you're not
shit's
gonna
the
see it. Look,
grossest.
this is what bothers me the most about
Put it on
it.
the screen.
We gotta put it. You ready to have it on the screen?
Cum the
We good?
grossest shit on earth, man.
Say what?
Cum is the grossest shit on earth.
It is. You're right.
But
So
we
back-
all,
wait,
we're
so
all
back-
come.
What do you do when you nut?
We're all come before.
You're like this? Like, you just kind of like.
Man, you just get rid of it.
What are you
That shit's-
talking about? You lean back like fucking Fat Joe and bust that shit in your mouth. It's like you playing catch with goldfish with your
Yeah,
friends.
like
Like you're
that,
like,
There's only two.
just like
There's only 2 acceptable ways to beat off. Only 2. Last day of the washcloth into the washcloth, and directly into the shower with the shower running.
Oh
into
god,
the drain.
the tub is already
Oh,
disgusting.
God.
I haven't even come yet.
Let me tell you how pissed off I am at Mark over this shit. Now go, bring it up. This little ass fucking kid. That's right there. Look at.
Ah!
That's nut. That's nut. So let me tell you a couple things that piss me off about.
definitely
That's nut. Now
Absolutely
zoom
nut.
back out. Zoom back out. And look at his yellow ass nut. How you fucking 22? Your nut ain't even clear.
I'm about to say, what are you
Get your
eating?
fucking diet better. You eating chicken tenders all day and fucking sweet potato fries for the funny bone. That's why your nut yellow. Okay? It's disgusting, your nut. It's embarrassing. Now, this is what bothered me too. Okay? Zoom out even more, please. So I like to just point this out. Okay.
So you know what's crazy?
That there's hair
Hoes
everywhere
swallow that
all
shit.
over
Ain't
this
that
shit,
crazy?
right? Look at the hair everywhere here. Okay?
Champ swallowed it.
Right?
Champ swallowed it.
Guys,
Nah,
please. So look that there's head. There's head. They look at there's hair everywhere, right? This is what this means. This means that this guy, right? This means he wasn't getting a quick jerk and then getting out of there. That means he was taking his time whacking off in my shower to the point where the water level raised. Okay? He busted off
He got
into
a
a
good
little,
jerk.
somewhat full pool of water. It was probably ankle high.
Didn't even hit the drain.
Didn't hit the drain, and then left the shower and let it go into the drain on its own devices, assuming that it would just get washed in there with the rest of the flow.
You
It
just
did
had-
not.
You just had cum chowder in your bathtub.
Mixed with, he's out there shaving. Look at the little hairs. He's shaving.
Orlando cum chowder.
I mean, this is mind-boggling, bro. You take someone in.
Cum chowder.
Do you know what I mean? You take someone in out of the kindness of your heart. You know, give somebody a great opportunity. How many sold-out world tours are there that you could come on and be a part of? And then you're just gonna come all over my bathtub and leave it there.
That's love right there. So that's a
That's
different
trust.
level. So
So what hair is that? What is this? Is it a sperm even?
It kind of looks like two balls.
So
in a
this looks
penis.
like biology class when they try to identify what's under the microscope and shit.
Bro, I don't
Like, back
even
to the
know
amoeba.
what that is, bro. Look at that fucking
For
big old
why though?
cum loogie right there, bro. I mean, this is horrendous.
I feel like if you zoom in, you can see like his little face on squiggly lines. He's swimming around.
All right. Yo, Mark.
Yo, what's up?
Mark, you fucking animal.
I didn't do anything, bro. I used a new hair conditioner and it made a weird stain.
That's what he's
Hold
going.
on. You use air conditioner? Fucking gay? Dude, that's worse than whacking off in my fucking bathtub, bro.
I know I'm joking, bro. I was having a threesome.
Oh, yeah? So how many dudes come as that?
Alright, I'm trying to buy you equipment.
He's out trying to do a nice thing for you. It's
Mark,
like,
You ain't paying for it. I don't give a fuck. You
Mark,
came in this man's shower and didn't wash
yo,
it out.
admit that.
Fuck you! I'm trying to buy you a camera with your credit card. So what? I came in your shower. You
Mark.
fucking animal! What the fuck is wrong
like
with
those
you,
are
dog?
the breaks. I buy you some shit and I
you're-
come on your face to even exchange. That's how life works. If I buy you something, I'm allowed to come on something.
Do you know
own.
what's crazy? Is that Mark, you Venmo requested me today, right? And I told you to Venmo request me for payment this week, right? Before I knew that you came in my shower. So when I press pay on that Venmo, I'm effectively paying you to come on my shower. You like that one? Can you admit that you whacked off in my shower?
Well, I mean, what do you mean by whack off?
Fucking sneaky piece of shit.
Don't protest too much.
Okay, did you jerk off in my shower?
Do you want the honest answer or do you want the answer that's going to help you feel better?
I want the honest answer.
Look, I was lonely.
Hey, Mark's girl. At least you know he's faithful. This motherfucker
Yo, real
cheating on you with
talk.
Andrew's porcelain.
Dude, this is an
That's it. That's the only person you gotta worry about. Fucking.
yo.
The only thing his cum is touching is Andrew's pubes.
And you never think it's going to catch up to you until it does.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you, man. All right,
It didn't
listen.
have to catch up to you, you fucking loser. Just wash the fucking tub out.
So this is what I want to ask you, right? When you were whacking off in the tub, right? Did you let the water level raise up to about like calf height?
No, I rinsed it, but it didn't go all the way.
You didn't rinse it. That's a fucking lie. There's hair all over the goddamn bathtub.
I'm gonna
There's
tell you
no way
exactly
you
what
rinse it.
happened.
Real quick.
Okay.
I did it real quick.
What do you
Son,
mean
you
real
didn't even
quick?
feel guilty enough to make sure the cum went down the drain.
Go look at. Listen, I'm gonna show. I sent you the picture. Go look at the picture again. It looks like you washed a Yorkie in my fucking bathtub. Okay. You didn't wait for anything to go down the fucking train.
The hair's not me.
Who's the
So
hair?
whose hair is it?
The dude you fucked, probably.
I never showered in your shower, bro.
You didn't shower. Okay.
You just
Wait,
jerked off.
You just.
You jerked off.
Just used the tub just to beat off it?
So why
Who
is
jerks off in a dry tub? It's a dry tub. Jerk
Hold
off.
on. Hold on.
You were fully clothed.
You got naked and put your dry feet in my bathtub and then jerked off down.
I was wearing shoes.
You put shoes on into my bathtub. You jerked. Then why is there so much hair coming off?
Hair I can't explain. The hair's not. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I made
Are you
sure-
jerking off to metal music? Just headbanging while you jerk off. Do house, man.
Was not. I had nothing to do with the hair. I don't understand the hair situation.
Okay, well, I'm done with this. I think that we have to have new boundaries when you stay in my house. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you sleep outside that
boundaries
motherfucker.
is if you're gonna jerk off in my place, I'd like you to drink a little water because your sperm it's looking quite yellow, bro. It's looking very yellow.
What, does everyone do that, or is that just me?
It's just
It's
yours.
just you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
okay. Stop drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade, you fucking child.
Oh,
Gallon
country
of
time
water a
coming
day,
at us.
bro.
Country time come. Country time come. whacked off an Arnold Palmer. All right, son, we out.
Oh man.
I'm quite embarrassed, but at a certain point, you kind of gotta own it. So that's on me. That's my fault, and it won't happen again.
He's absolutely a serial killer. Absolutely a serial
Son,
killer, yo.
This shit is wild.
That's
like,
mad scary.
Yo, that's like, this is some weird, like, animalistic, like, trying to dominate. You know when, like, a dog, like, pees on
yo,
another
he
dog?
marks your territory.
Yo, you really trying to mark your territory in my fucking bathtub, son?
But you didn't look in your bed though, right?
Oh,
You gotta hand it to him.
he's
Mark,
just
funny.
right in the bed.
Mark?
He's the funniest rapist I've ever met, for sure.
Marky. I didn't look at my bed. You know what I did do? I slept in it all last night. So if there's something you'd like to share.
I think maybe you should think twice before you scare me with a bear mask again.
Oh, you're getting scared, Mark. You're getting scared big time. Just know that the payback is a motherfucker, okay? Remember, we sleep in the same Airbnb, and I have an uncanny ability. An uncanny ability to hold a bust until the last second.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you could get cummed on, bro.
Oh my god. No. Alex just quit. That's it. I'm out.
No, Al, what if all of a sudden, Al, you just heard this stomping in the Airbnb and I'm walking, like, what's happening? And then you come out to the living room and I'm just busting all over Mark. Mark's trying to get me back, so he's whacking off trying to and there's two different colored power streams, like you're watching anime.
Like fucking
Fucking shoot at
Ghostbusters
each other in
crossing.
slow motion.
It's Goku and whatever.
I'll quit right there.
Oh my god.
Bro, you either gotta quit or lean in.
Bro, Alex, you might have to defend yourself. Just
I don't know if you want to battle with this sword, son.
back the fuck up.
As we know, I got some strong swimmers, son.
Son! Holy shit. Yo, I heard
Alex
each
don't
one
got
of
sperm, he got suicide
Alex's-
bombers.
Real talk, Alex's sperms, each one of them, they pull themselves out of his own dick like it's a manhole.
Oh my god.
All right, Mark, peace.
Jesus Christ. He's for sure a serial killer.
Son, white
son.
people are different.
Okay, we got to get through some more.
Son, we didn't talk no sports yet.
We got to get through some more sports before we get into
Let's
this.
do mid-roll then
second
sports.
half. I think that's a phenomenal idea, Akash.
Knock it out.
Yo, this next company, I don't even know what to say because I feel like we've said it all, but there could be some new listeners that are listening that have not gotten on the chew yet, and I don't know if there's another company that is more synonymous with the brand of Flagrant.
Son,
Yeah.
it's
in Blue Chew.
It's Flagrant Chew.
It's Flagrant Chew. Flagrant Chew. We need to have our own product. I'm talking to the guys to see if we could get our own product made. But until then, you guys get on that Blue Chew. Okay, for what it is, for those of you guys who don't know by now, it is the same exact active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. It's a boner pill. You don't get your shit hard. But again, this is for male optimization, okay? This is out here having a good time. Make sure your girl's satisfied. Give your girl the night of her life. Or if you got a new shorty that you need to impress and you know your dick game ain't amazing and you need to come through with the hammer, Akash, you need to come through with the hammer.
Yeah.
Akash the most savage dude in the world because this guy took it to get head. I've never seen that happen. Wow. That's one of the most incredible things I've ever heard.
I respect it.
Took it to get head.
That's incredibly
Fantastic.
selfish.
Honestly, I recommend it. I recommend it again and again.
Walking around with
This is for
genetically
you.
walking around with genetically enhanced dick like no mouth. All happy like
The legend of Akash Singh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
no headaches, no after effects.
No weird
nothing.
side effects.
Nothing,
No
bro.
side effects.
You know what the side effect is? You got round 2. I'm 35. You ain't getting round 2 from me. But with this Blue Chew, you getting that round 2.
Son.
Blue Chew, round 2. We're happy. We're going at it again. BlueChew.com. Obviously, use the offer code Flagrant. You're going to get yourself for free. You got to pay $5 shipping, but you get yourself for free that first sample. You go try it out. That's all I got to say. I don't even need to sell it. It's as simple as this.
Sells itself.
I want to get a little recorder on me after the shows. Because every time after shows, the couples walk by and the dude goes, "Yo, I'm about to chew it out." And the girl turns back and she goes, "Damn right."
Sounds crazy. It's crazy.
It is insane.
Real.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Blue Chew, the fucking goats. It's not a game. It's amazing to see them have ads on ESPN and all that
Yeah,
kind of
bruh.
shit.
they get
Because
huge. Yeah.
when we started,
They were little,
I didn't see it anywhere. And I remember the first time we did that ad, we sold the fucking pill out.
Yeah.
The pill
They
sold
ran out of inventory.
Ran out of inventory. Think about how small a pill is. How much room you need for pills? Like,
It's a lot of pills.
So
a lot of
and
pills
now the
sold.
shit is blowing up. So it's great to see what the asshole
Shout
army
out
has
to
done
Blue
to
Chew,
it.
man.
But
Yo,
for
I
real.
had a dude at a show had this bad shit, beautiful, and I was like, "How the fuck did he get her?" And then he introduced himself, whatever, and he leaned in my ear. He goes, "I chew that shit the fuck out."
Let's go. So we'll give your girl the time of her life. BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com. Go get that Blue Chew. Make it happen. Release the Kraken. Okay? Round 2, Blue Chew. You want to keep it flagrant? You keep it blue. Simple as that. Let's get back to the show. Akash.
Kawhi, son.
I can't believe we haven't even spoken about Kawhi yet.
My gosh.
What did we talk about? Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
So I was wrong. I was wrong. But if I swear to God, I would have put $10,000 that said that he was absolutely going there.
I'm so mad I didn't bet that.
You should have bet it. and
I don't even think I would have taken it from you because nobody saw
Nobody could've
nobody saw that shit coming.
I will say this, and there is something that we can correct. Woj did tweet out something that wasn't accurate. He tweeted out that an offer was made by OKC for Russell Westbrook and PG to go to Toronto Raptors.
Okay.
That's not true. The offer was for PG, and in exchange for PG, they wanted 4 first-round picks and Pascal Siakam. Now, you can't trade Pascal Siakam and expect Kawhi to want to come back.
Yeah. You're gutting their future.
You're gutting their
It's kind of what the
future.
Lakers did.
And they're current in a lot of ways because he played an integral part of that team. He took a lot of, stress off of Kawhi. He was probably the only other consistent off the ball or on the ball scorer.
And Paul George just had surgery.
That's-
on his
we don't know
shoulder.
how that
So it's
shoulder's
we
gonna
don't
do,
know how
man.
it's
We don't
gonna-
know.
Yeah.
So, what did happen though is OKC is a shrewd front office. They released that statement so that other teams could go, "What?"
Westbrook's available? Eyes lit up. Yeah.
So they used that situation.
Which you explained earlier. Instead of just saying, "Hey, Russ is available," people will be like, "Oh, why don't you want him? I'll give you a first-round pick." You don't
Doesn't that
want him.
just-
He must not be that great.
Doesn't that speak to just how powerful Kawhi is right now, though?
I'll be honest, Kawhi impressed me this offseason.
You impressed the shit out of me.
He
Goddamn.
was thinking very strategically about what he wanted to play with and how he was going to play next year, and thinking about not only the team that he was building but also his body. And one of the issues with his time in Toronto was that he had to carry too much offensive weight. So he's like, I need somebody who can get buckets.
And lock up.
Listen, lock up, great, but Kawhi goes into a situation going, I'm going to guard the best player, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But he can't carry the team by putting up 40 every single time.
What? What's this?
No, this is nothing.
Oh,
This is-
okay. I thought
No,
about
this
it.
is your theory. What you just said.
Oh, I know. This is what-
okay, gotcha.
So it's like, so basically, he's like, I need somebody else who could basically score. I need another guy who's going to do something. Nobody else on Toronto. I mean, Pascal a little bit, but no one was really. I mean, Kyle wasn't consistently doing it,
No, definitely.
but the guy's
As
going to
good
get
as
up
Pascal
there.
Siakam is, he's no Paul George.
Exactly.
Got it.
And I mean, Kawhi's got knees. He's got knees he has to be concerned
Yeah,
with.
that quadriceps tendon that even with the load management, he was limping through the playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah.
he barely made through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He barely made through. So you have a
There
situation.
was like 2 games in like the Eastern Conference Finals. I was like, he doesn't look like he's gonna hold up.
Yeah.
Thank God KD got not thank God KD got hurt, but if KD didn't get hurt and I had to be stretched out for a couple games, then who knows?
It might be a
If you had to
wrap.
go and guard him and
Might be a wrap.
yeah.
It was a very interesting situation, to say the least. But now you're looking at a team that has a starting front 3 of Patrick Beverley, ferocious defender, Paul George, ferocious defender, Kawhi Leonard, ferocious defender.
Montrezl Harrell, ferocious defender off the
Mo
bench.
Harkless,
Mo Harkless.
ferocious defender off the bench. I've never seen this much perimeter defensive talent.
Question: Is this the best defensive team that we've seen?
On paper?
Yeah.
Yes. On paper, yes.
Better than the Heat with LeBron and Dwayne, because they could lock up, but Chalmers wasn't like a fucking lockdown defender. Beverly is. Beverly's a dog.
Yeah.
Question.
Beverly's a dog. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are
Forget it.
the top two
On the ball
two-way
defenders.
players
Yeah.
in the world, and number
Son,
3 is like way down.
I was looking
like
at
those
that,
two are right there.
that Dame Lillard final shot,
Yeah.
which was the final play of Paul's career.
The Thunder.
Yeah.
And everybody's trying to go. Everybody was tweeting out this image. They're like, "This is the last play of Paul's OKC career."
Yeah.
It was a beautifully defended play.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
right
It
in
was
his
a fucking
mouth,
crazy
and
shot.
he shot it from 40
He shot
feet
from
out.
40
What
feet
else
out.
are you gonna do?
Paul is an inch away
Yeah.
from blocking that ball. At 40 feet out, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
It is a really interesting thing, especially as the league gravitates towards offense and shooters, right? Like small ball. Who's better prepared for small ball than
Yeah.
Patrick, Paul, Kawhi?
Yeah. You
The
could put
scary
Kawhi
thing
at like
is-
the 5.
that's what I'm gonna
Son,
say. They're gonna put
Paul
they're gonna
too.
Paul George is 6'10".
Paul George is 6'9".
He's 6'10".
6'10", maybe. Like if you need to play him at power forward, that's light work.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it, but if you need to, that's light work. And then imagine trying to run pick and roll where Paul George is now guarding your point guard.
Oh my gosh,
What do you do?
There's nothing.
that team goes 9 deep, probably.
The
9
the
deep.
savviest
The best
signing
defensive-
now, to me, I mean, this trade is obviously amazing for the Clippers, but holding on to Beverly looks so fucking smart now.
He
And I
got
wonder
paid.
if Beverly knew, because I know the Mavs wanted him. I think they bungled that, but also somebody offered him 50 and he said no, apparently,
Oh, so he chose to stay for less
for less.
because he knew what they were trying to cook
Maybe.
up. Or he had faith.
And I don't know. And now
And it's Los Angeles.
Andrew genuinely does know people in the league more than anybody I've met. Have you heard anything about? Is it true that Kawhi was actively recruiting Paul George to the Clippers? Because that's what
Yeah.
we're reading.
100%.
So did he know he wanted to go there from the jump?
No. But he knew he wanted to play with Paul George.
Okay.
So that's the difference. He knew he wanted to play with Paul George, specifically Paul George.
Story is he reached out to KD first. KD said no. Then he hit up Paul George.
I can't confirm that because
Okay.
I don't know. I only know about the Paul George thing.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to do that with KD, but then KD busts the leg,
The
right?
Achilles.
Well,
yeah.
he apparently still reached out to him and was willing to wait the year to say, yo, I think as soon as free agency opened, apparently, I think this is the story I read, he called KD
he
and
tried
was
to
like,
get him
look,
to the
I think we
Clippers.
would go really well together. KD was flattered, but he was like, no, I'm going to go to Brooklyn. But he was impressed with Kawhi and like kind of flattered he reached out.
That's the thing, man. We underestimate Kawhi. Kawhi has an uncanny understanding of the game. I think we confuse quiet people with dumb people or quiet people with like unaware.
And he kind of
No,
mouth
I
kind
said
of
this-
hanging open.
Yeah,
He looked a little dumb
I
to
said
us.
this towards the end of the
he
year.
got a dumb look.
Yeah.
said-
but he's not dumb.
No.
Yeah, he's got some Kaiser Sose to him.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
he really knows what's happening and he's letting everybody think that he has no clue.
Which makes him the smartest guy in the room.
in the fucking room.
Yeah.
The smartest guy in the room is the guy who's okay with everybody thinking he's dumb.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Cass?
No, I was saying like this past year we've come to the conclusion that he's the most self-aware guy in the league. Like he's not. He's very aware of the fucking the ad rollouts. Even not to the New Balance shit.
was
Like
great.
just going with Times New Roman font.
Great.
Like the most general, most basic shit. Like he knows what you're all fucking thinking about him,
Yes.
and he leaned into it more.
Love it.
than
And he
ever.
doesn't care.
And he doesn't give a fuck. The end of the rap
that's
is he
the
did the
hardest
last
part.
laugh and shit before he left.
Every one of us
And then-
gets Andrew much more than us.
Explain this. This is
I
great.
get 1/1000th of the notifications that Kawhi gets, but any of us know the negative one always sticks out to you. Kawhi doesn't care, negative, positive, whatever. He is working. You say what you want. He hears it. He doesn't care. He's gonna do what he needs to do.
Yeah. It
And
is-
that is a fucking superpower.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so much so. It is like there's in marketing. There's nothing more valuable than not giving a fuck about the end product.
Yeah.
And he's in a unique and interesting situation where he makes the majority of his money through this contract. He is 160 mil or whatever the 4 years it is, right?
Right.
Coming at him. So anything New Balance pays him,
It's gravy.
It's gravy. It means nothing. So he could basically go, all right, run with this kind of like off kilter
Yeah,
campaign.
he has
We'll
freedom.
see if it works.
Yeah.
He's not one of these guys going, well, if this fucks up, it fucks up my narrative
And my image and my narrative is the word. And remember how Russ said I'm blessed with the ability to not give a fuck?
Yeah.
Not as much as Kyrie. Kyrie Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Kawhi truly doesn't give a fuck. Boardman gets paid.
Yeah.
All right. They're saying that.
It's
okay.
apathy. It's,
Yeah.
it's not like he's going, I'm going to choose to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He truly,
No,
it's like,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
not even
I
on
think
his
that's
radar.
the difference.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he gives a fuck. He just knows how to approach it better than people that say, I don't give a fuck.
I think he doesn't care.
I think he doesn't even care. I think he hears
thinks
it
it's
and he's like, oh,
frivolous.
Yeah,
okay.
like he hears it. He's aware of it.
Yeah.
I think when you say I don't give a fuck, it means you got to react to it. Just because you care about something doesn't mean you got to
Oh, he
react.
has no emotional investment.
Apathy.
That's it. Yeah.
He's completely apathetic to all these things outside the game.
You know what's
Like,
the best part about all this
winning
shit?
at Finals MVP. Like, he was completely apathetic about this
Yeah.
trophy.
He just
And
let
then
Kyle hold it.
Yeah, we
Later
should
they go,
share
They
this. I
have
don't
it.
care about that.
Yeah.
Where's the
Like-
Larry OB?
Yeah.
Larry OB is all you care about. The best part about this whole shit is that like everybody who outed themselves thinking they knew what Kawhi was thinking throughout this entire thing, but nobody knows what he's ever thinking. Even the people that are super close to him. Nobody knew. Nobody had a fucking clue.
True.
I fell asleep during the fucking Earthquake Summer League game, and I woke up to that shit. I thought I was fucking dreaming. I'm like, this isn't real. I'm like, what? You know? And bruh. They're winning the title.
Every one of us made predictions. Andrew said, "I'll bet anything he stays." Kaz and I both said Lakers. I didn't hear a single person say Clippers. Chris Carter said, "Anybody says the Lakers have a lead over Clippers or Raptors is wrong." That's as close as anyone got to predicting it.
God bless. He fucking did it. No, he fucking did it.
They're gonna win it all next year, man.
There's definitely a chance.
Gonna win it all
There's
next
definitely a
year.
chance. Now we got to look at what happens with OKC and what happens with Russell Westbrook. Clearly, Russell has talked to them and said he wants a trade. And
I think there's three teams: it's Detroit, Miami, and the Rockets that I've heard.
okay, Knicks have also been thrown out there.
I don't think the Knicks. I don't think they physically can't do it. Not with those contracts that they just signed.
So here's the thing.
Unless they just void all the contracts they just.
And also Miami was thrown.
Yeah, Miami was
Yeah.
thrown out there too. So here's the thing, right? When you have a player like, when you have a player like Russell Westbrook, Russell Westbrook is on the wrong side of.
He's 31 now, or 30.
Right. So he's on the wrong side of his career, right? He's coming
Yeah.
down, right? He's no longer in the space where you're signing him based on potential and what could
He is
be.
who he is.
He is who he is, and it's probably either going to stay here or get worse.
Yeah.
Right? Now, tricky thing. You've tried to build around him with Kevin Durant, didn't work out. You tried to build around him with Paul George, didn't work out. You tried to build around him, honestly, with like a young Harden, and they made the decision not to work that out.
And
but-
to be fair, Harden wasn't there yet.
and he wasn't here, but that's fair. But you've given him the best players in the league to try to build something with. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make Melo better. Nobody can, but still. You know that he's not able to make these other players better enough to where you can win. You also know that he's not willing to change his game.
No.
So, what teams will end up signing a guy like that? What often happens to a player of this caliber, right, who we all know is unbelievably gifted, but not willing to change his game, the smart teams in the league won't touch him because they know that he's proven he cannot win and he cannot change. So what happens is the second and third tier teams or the teams with incompetent ownership grab at it. The Kings, the Suns.
Because they need something to put them over the top.
the Magic, right? They have no attention from marquee athletes, so anytime they get a chance, they go, okay, just give it. We'll figure it out.
And they probably don't have a shot to win it anyway, so we might as well just take the risk.
100%. The Knicks, unfortunately, and they should not be in this conversation, but are also involved. And people often go like, why would the Knicks do this? Why would they invest in this player that has proven to not win, right? And he's on the wrong side of, his career, this, that, the other. And it's like, well, this is what the Knicks have done, right? This is how you show the incompetence of the Knicks over time. They did it with Stephon Marbury. They did it with Steve Francis. And they definitely will be engaged in conversations to do with Russell Westbrook.
I think you do the conversations. I don't think the mistake there is mortgaging your future and tying up your cap room with players that are on the other side of their career.
Agree.
Which
Couldn't
I
agree
don't
more.
think they'll do.
Couldn't agree more.
The one thing I do have, because I'm a Russell Westbrook stan. I've always rode for this dude.
We love him as a,
I love him as a player.
We love his
and-
personality.
Yeah. I think the
Tenacity, yeah.
best thing going for him is that the super team era died.
Okay.
And now most of these teams are two-player teams. And I think you still gotta. I still like my chances if Russell Westbrook is one of my best players in the league that is buried with two-star player teams now.
Right.
So I don't think you gotta remember a lot of times Russell Westbrook is going against the Warriors, going against the Rockets, going against the Blazers this year, but they hit a crazy shot, but the series was over by then anyway. Like they were going against the first Miami Heat team when they got to the finals, the first Heatles team. Like, now you're at a point where the decks are a little bit more even throughout the league, right? If I'm Miami, I take that shot right now. I take that shot with Jimmy Butler. I give my trust in Pat Riley and Spoelstra, who has managed bigger personalities than you before, and won.
So you're saying Miami? Go to Miami.
I think he goes to Miami. I think Miami's
That'd be
the
a
best
fun
fit for
team,
him.
man. Him and Jimmy Butler, it's just gonna be fun.
I would love that.
I don't know if they're gonna win shit, but it's gonna be fun.
They would.
It's dogs, man.
Butler,
It's dogs.
Westbrook, and Riley would automatically be my favorite non-Knicks team. Like tomorrow.
And Riley historically has done well with guards.
Of course.
Talented.
I can't think of a
positionless
more
guards.
Pat Riley player in today's game
Yeah, they all got
than
the
Russell
same
Westbrook
type of
and Jimmy
fucking-
Butler. Those are two guys like ferocious competitors, fiery, like passion.
And that's
like
how
that.
the Heat play.
That's
Like,
how Riley teams have always played.
That's
When
how
the
they-
Knicks were relevant.
Yeah.
Also, Riley is a no-nonsense culture guy, meaning like Riley will tell LeBron, "You're not welcome here."
Right.
So if Russ is there thinking he's going to do Russ, he's going to get a rude awakening.
I don't think Russ will
And
do
if
that.
Jimmy is there thinking he's going to be Jimmy and do whatever the fuck he wants during practice and yell at people, etc., that ain't going to fly here.
You can
either.
pull that shit with Sam Presti and Billy
You can't
Donovan
pull that shit with
and
Pat
Hanky. Who the fuck was in the Sixers? The Brett Brown. You can do it with that. Pat Riley's one of the NBA godfathers. You're not doing that to him. You're not
He
doing
got
that
the
to Jerry
rings,
West.
bro. He got the rings. As simple as
Yeah.
that. He got the rings. None of them have rings. You're not going to talk to me that way.
He's
You're
the
not going to
fucking
tell me shit.
godfather, bro. Like,
Yes.
there's a handful of motherfuckers in the NBA that, like, you just not fucking with. Jerry
Miami's
West
the
is
only
one of
team
them.
that I think he could go to and actually have something successful happen. And I think it's because him and Jimmy are so oblivious to social dynamics that it might work out. Like, I think certain players, they crumble when they're in the presence of that. Like a Jason Tatum, right? He crumbled
Right.
in the presence of Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Kyrie bullied him, and then you just saw his confidence evaporate, right? Jimmy's confidence is so otherworldly
Yeah.
and unaffected by the outside world. You know, it's like Larry David-esque almost. It's like, I just feel this way, so I'm going to be this way. And I feel like Russell is the same way. Like, he'll just dress stupid and not care.
Yeah.
And I think when you put both of them together, they can yell at each other during practice, and then after practice be like, hey, that was good practice.
That's how
That's what
that's how we
everybody
talk.
says about him.
Yes.
That's what everybody says
them
about
two
Russell.
together, they will. I think they'll understand each other on like a spiritual level.
That's it.
Yo, this is how we talk.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys making a big deal about it,
Yeah,
idiots?
Fuck
Yeah.
you. Let's a slap box. All right, we're done. Like,
Yeah.
this is...
The more I think
Miami
about it,
Heat.
that's what I'm saying. The more I think about it, like,
I
you know,
would love it.
some chemical experiments don't work just because the one piece is off. Like, that city with that owner and that president of basketball operations and those two players.
I don't think they win it, but it'd be fun.
No.
It'd be fun.
Here's my thing. I give them a shot. I give them a shot out the East. Who out the East is that dominant right now?
I just worry because I've always done this with Russell Westbrook teams. I give them a shot.
But here's the thing, like,
Okay,
they've never
they're
been
not
bad
gonna win it,
teams.
But you know what? They got the bad seed out of there. What was the guy's name?
You
Tall for
Whiteside.
nothing. Yeah, Whiteside.
Yeah.
They got Whiteside out of there. Retard.
Yo, Jimmy Butler would have fought him for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad
Him
that you got
and
him the
Westbrook
hell
would have
out of there.
jumped him.
That's
you got
it.
Myers
Done.
Leonard, who I like.
Right, so you got a tall white boy that does exactly what you tell him. You got an obedient dog, right?
And you
Whatever
got-
you tell Myers, he gonna do.
And you got a couple dog whisperers.
And you got
a
dog
couple
whispers.
Cesar Milans.
Yeah.
Hey,
Essentially, you need your, Steven Adams, right? You
Yeah.
need your
Yeah.
bulldog
Oh,
who's
yeah.
going to handle that kind of shit. You let Myers do all that nonsense.
Right.
And then all you got to do really is put shooters around them. I'm trying to think who else
I think they
have.
got Dragic. No, Dragic's a
No,
free agent
Dragic's
right
free
now.
agent.
They
They're
got
not
rid of
gonna
Richardson.
resign.
no, they're trying to. He has 1 year left on his contract.
Oh, they're
that
trying
was
to
the
move him.
Mavs trade. They tried to move him, and it all fell apart.
Right.
Right.
I think is
They
Tyler
get-
Johnson still
to
there?
get Russ, they would have to move him and probably one or two other contracts.
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson got
OKC would
traded
take an
to
expiring.
Philly.
Jeez.
They take an expiring for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can fill up some. There's still some decent free agents out there you can fill up that team with. If you got Russell and Butler.
I like it. I like it.
I like them. Literally, that's the only situation I like for Russell.
Yo,
Like,
you know what would
any-
be great down in Miami? You know what would be fucking great? It's a shame that he already signed to the Pelicans. But JJ
JJ Redick. He would have loved it.
Oh,
He would have loved those two.
I think he had his fill of Jimmy Butler. I was like, I'm gonna go.
I don't think JJ cares, right? Because JJ is so like singular in what he does.
Yeah.
He's
He
such
just-
a professional.
That's it. I'm going to go out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit these threes at
Such
a
a
high
gym
clip.
rat.
That's it. And I think Butler has to respect it. It's like, I don't
Gritty
expect
speed.
you to carry the team. I just expect you to hit these threes. So
Yeah.
I'm not upset.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick,
Yeah.
I think this is dope. I would have loved to see Kawhi stay with the Raptors, and I want to see teams defend the title. And maybe I'm a fucking idiot, but I think Kyrie in the playoffs next year would have been really cool to see. Sorry, fucking Kyle Lowry. I keep saying
Kyle
Kyrie.
Lowry,
I don't know why I keep saying Kyrie.
Kyle
Lowry.
Yeah.
Coming off the monkey off his back of actually winning in the playoffs.
Yes.
I think would be really free.
You know what's funny
if they went
though?
back, and I don't think Kawhi would have to carry the load if he stayed with the
You're
Raptors
saying
that he
if
did.
Kawhi stayed,
If Kawhi stayed
you'd
with the
see
Raptors.
Kyle playing with a different level of confidence.
Different level of
Isn't
confidence.
DeMar DeRozan a free agent after this year?
He might be. I think he
I
has.
think he
I think he
is.
has a lot of years left. Him
God,
and Lamar.
Go
No, I
back,
think
that'd be so
bro, go back
sad.
to Toronto.
That'd be so sad.
Go back to Toronto, bro.
Oh, that'd be so
Go back.
sad.
Well, the Raptors
Sign
have
Vince Carter, get the fucking farewell tour.
the Raptors next season
Your girl
also.
cheats on you with Brad
Yeah,
Pitt.
exactly, and then you
Brad
get
Pitt
back
leaves
with
your
her.
girl, and then you go back to your girl. You pathetic motherfucker. That's sad. Just kept your girl's pussy warm for a year
Took it to a new
And
level,
hit it
really.
better.
and
Yeah.
hit it way better.
Yeah.
You
Way
were
better.
Coming all over the place.
Way better.
Buying her jewelry.
The
Came
Raptors
10
have.
times.
Are they just go full rebuild? Because they got Gasol $25 million off the books at the end of the year. Lowry $33 million off the books at the end of the year.
So two things. I think that there's the rebuild possibility after this year, and then this year they wait a little bit as the deadline approaches and see who wants to get out of their situation.
Yeah.
Right? So if there's a certain player, let's say the fucking Celtics aren't playing up to the par and they're trying to make a move, or let's say even Philadelphia is trying to make a move. Let's say something happens. I think that they're good enough in the East, because again, I think the East is in disarray. I think
Yeah.
they're good enough in the East to still be competitive. You know, there's
Like a
hopefully
low seed.
Yeah, very low, but you'd be at the bottom. You could go 7 or 8 or something like that. Don't get me wrong, Kawhi is a beast, but they still have good players on that team.
Yeah,
You're
like
gonna have to
Pascal
get more.
Siakam's gonna have a great year.
Mark will have to deliver a little bit more.
Who'll be coming
Anunoby,
off.
I think, is done, but
He'll be coming off an injury. He'll have his opportunity to.
No, he
to
was
show
back
himself.
this year. He just lost minutes.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Is Sam Presti a good GM or not? I can't figure this shit
Nah,
out.
he is. It's amazing what they've been able to do in OKC, dude. Like, he's a good GM, you know, in a shitty fucking market.
Winning championships is hard.
Is it just one bad move that fucked him completely, and that was trading James Harden?
It wasn't even that bad a move because they still made it to the finals.
They went to the Western Conference Finals.
They never made it to the finals after
Sorry,
he
Western
got traded.
Conference Finals.
Yeah,
and
they
then
blew
he
the
ran
3-1
it.
lead
He
against
just
the
happened
Warriors.
to be. It's like that's like saying this. Like, let's say Jordan never went away, right?
Yeah.
That's like saying, was Hakeem Olajuwon that good? Hakeem didn't win a single fucking ring
This team, though,
with MJ being in the league. You know?
yeah, but the difference I think is he had the Warriors. I mean, the ball movement is different and all that, but talent-wise, that was a super team that you got on your own.
Yeah.
3 MVPs at this point.
And that's the difference between Steph and Russ. Is Steph can operate in a super team and Russ can't.
Well, once you traded Harden, it was what you have now with the 2 stars.
got the
But
Splash
that's my
Brothers.
thing, though. Like, I hear you on that. My whole shit is like, I don't think Harden becomes Harden if he stays in OKC. Like, I think he's so dominant with the ball. He dribbles so many times. Like, there's no way you're doing that shit with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge
You know what he was
Ibaka.
with the Thunder? A good defender.
Yeah, that's
He
the
was
funny part.
he was a fucking
Lockdown.
amazing
He
sixth man.
He was
Lockdown.
because he could have come off the bench. He was coming limited minutes. He had his mission.
Yep.
He could shoot wherever the fuck he wanted to, and he had to just play lockup defense.
I
And
would have
that's
loved
what
to
he
see that
did.
team. One more year, I would have liked to see that team.
That's what he did. But I think Harden.
But we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The margins between winning a championship and never winning a championship are so fucking thin.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So
to
it's
win.
like I can't take all. I can't take all. Let's knock out one more thing before we go to the second half of the episode
All
because
right.
we're already going pretty deep.
Okay.
I think that we should, unless there's something big basketball wise,
No, what do the Lakers do? Summer League, the earthquake.
I think we talk about these fights. Did you guys see the fights this weekend? The MMA fights?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Hood Jesus. What's
So
his name?
shout out
After
to
this-
Jorge Masvidal, right?
Roll after this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So shout out to Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is a journeyman MMA fighter who some of you guys might have watched, like I did, in backyard fights with Kimbo
Kimbo
Slice. and
Slice
shit.
came through in the same way.
I remember
yeah.
watching Jorge in fucking jean shorts, beating the shit out of people in backyards of Miami. Okay,
Really?
And then he goes and fights in the UFC and other, MMA bodies or whatever they're called. Bellator, Strikeforce, these types of things. Masses a good career, but a bunch of losses as well, some unfortunate ones. Gets the shot to fight this guy named Darren Till on a big card in London. Knocks
undefeated.
out Darren Till.
My fault.
Yeah, Darren lost to Tyron Woodley before that. Then he goes up against this guy named Ben Askren. Now, Ben Askren was 19-0, undefeated. He was in one championship in Bellator. He's a strictly wrestling guy. And he was an amazing troll. And he would really hype up his fights via trolling and like talking shit about his opponents. And he just won every single fight in dominant fashion until this last one, and he engages in this big troll fest with Jorge Masvidal, and it really gets under Jorge's skin. Jorge's upset. He starts to talk crazy shit back. He's like, "I want to end Ben Askren's bloodline. I want to punish him so much. I want to destroy him. I'm going to make him quit this sport. I'm going to go." I mean, it is like visceral what he's saying, and the fight starts. And Jorge Masvidal is smiling. He's hanging out on the cage. And when they say fight, he takes a step to his right and then charges at Ben Askren and does a flying knee and knocks him out in 5 seconds. Now,
Tiger knee.
Yeah, flying knee it's called.
Made famous by Sagat's from Street Fighter.
So what I find so fascinating about this is that every UFC fight I've ever seen starts with sportsmanship. It starts with a punching or slapping of hands in the middle of the ring, and then you begin. But Ben Askren pissed off Jorge so much that he didn't want to slap hands. And because they didn't slap hands, he was able to get a running start into the knee and then ends up knocking him out. So the shit that Askren was talking before the fight
cost him the match.
Cost him the fight.
Yeah.
All that trolling. If he was just like, "Hey, I can't wait to fight you. Good looking. Let's do it." He would have won because Askren, the thing about him, his wrestling background is superior to everybody. So the second he gets a hold of you, he just holds you down, keeps you down. But Masvidal was so fucking upset. Do we have a clip of it? I want you guys to watch this.
That's what he was going for a takedown.
And pause real quick. So the goal of any what a wrestler does is they what's called shoot.
Shoot the leg. Yeah.
Shoot means pause. So what shoot means is you go for the legs, you grab the legs, and you try to put somebody on his back.
Okay.
Right? That is the natural instinct. Much similar to like a boxer. When you're put out of your comfort zone, you go to your most natural instinct, right? So let's say your background is boxing, right? And I push you in your chest, immediately you're going to throw your hands up, right? If you're someone who's into like jujitsu or some shit, you might try to grab my wrists.
Right.
So when you present a stimulus that's different than normal, you go into what you're most comfortable doing, which is shooting for a wrestler. Now watch what happens. This is unfucking real. I mean... And
get
fight, one step to the side.
One step, boom!
Night!
Stiff as a board. Stiff as a fucking board. Look at his legs. Holy shit.
Now look at this guy, dude. Oh, this is unreal.
As soon as he went down to try and shoot, bam!
Right? So he sees him charge at him. Now, what you're supposed to do when someone does a flying knee at you, I was asking some of the guys at the kickboxing gym, he goes, you're supposed to either create distance with your hand and step back or step to one of the sides.
Right.
But since he's put out of his comfort zone, he goes to his most natural instinct, which is shoot down for the takedown. Look at that shit.
Bang!
Oh my night, booty hold tight.
Oh my God.
Fastest knockout in UFC history.
So they interviewed him like a few minutes before we went to tape. And he doesn't remember the ring, doesn't remember the fight, doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, it's over.
Doesn't remember shit.
Wait, do they have that? Where is that?
No, I think they interview just went up literally like on the way here. I was reading it.
Funny tweet from him after he lost. He just said, well, that sucked.
Can you find the interview of him afterwards?
He was basically saying, I don't think it was after the interview because I think they rushed him to the hospital, but they just talked to him today. It's Monday. And he doesn't remember anything from that night.
What was he saying to...
Doesn't remember getting to the ring, doesn't remember the fight, doesn't remember getting knocked out, doesn't remember shit, doesn't remember waking up in the hospital.
Holy shit.
What did he say that was so offensive to Jorge?
It was more like, I'm not exactly sure. I'll be honest. And it wasn't like Conor McGregor-esque, I don't think, where he was like insulting religion or that kind of stuff. I think it was more just trolling him in general. I'm not exactly sure.
I saw one of the trolls where he was like, "Oh, why you mad? You mad? All the reporters are asking you why you mad." Like, when you tell somebody how they're feeling, that shit gets underneath their skin.
But he had such a badass fucking line at the press conference.
What do you say?
This dude, and he was just talking about, you know, everybody loves hyping up fights and talking shit, but you know, now people are gonna see when you run into a real motherfucker, like, you know, maybe you'll watch your mouth, and you know, He's like, I've had a lot of fights in my career, and you know, I respect most of my fighters, but this is the one guy I don't like. So like he's gonna have to deal with me even after this. He was like, if I see him in Whole Foods, I'm gonna have to slap the shit out of him. Not in the streets. Not if I see him in the ring again. If I see you in Whole Foods, I gotta come and slap you around. Like that's real shit.
Where's he from, Masvidal?
Miami.
Miami, yeah.
What's his nationality? Cuban. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a safe bet.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you see the look on his face before?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any, but this guy's over 50 professional fights.
Dog, he takes a step
Go to the beginning. Go to
He
the
takes
beginning.
a step to the side like he's about to holler
Look
at
at
a
his
girl.
face. Look at his face right here. I don't think I've seen anybody more comfortable prior to a fight than this guy. Look at his face.
Look
Watch.
how he steps to the side
Wait
like he's
for
about
it.
to like talk to a girl.
Look at-
Son, he's
relaxed.
leaning
leaning
against
the cage.
That's
hands
crazy.
behind his back. This guy is built for us. His Instagram, I think, and Twitter is game bred. Like he was bred by this game, but it's so true. Like what an amazing thing to have this level of comfort when you're
Boom, we gotta
literally
step to the side.
life
Like,
is on the line. Now,
my God,
a tweet comes out from Dustin Poirier. What were you saying, Alex?
No, just for those watching on YouTube, sorry, we can't show the replay because they'll take down our video.
Right. So for Dustin Poirier, who was the UFC champ, right? He's going to fight Khabib. Dustin tweets after the fight. He goes, "Last night, Masvidal told me at dinner that they'd been working on the flying knee and that they were going to use the flying knee
Boom, here it is.
when they started the fight." He goes, "Mike Brown, who's the coach of Masvidal, told me last night at dinner that they were
He was going to start this fight with a flying knee and showed me video on Mike's phone of him practicing.
And then that video eventually came out. So this was all by design, and it's shocking. Oh man, look at that! That is just fucking.
And then he
unbelievable.
tweeted a screenshot.
Oh, here it is. Here's the video.
the video.
This is the day before, or 2
Step
days
to the
before.
side. Bam!
Wow. Wow.
Call this shot. That's some Babe Ruth shit.
Even the step to the
Even
side, like everything.
Yeah.
That is fucking dope. You got to respect that.
Man.
Oh, 100%. And I bet you the reason he stepped to that side is because he knows that Askren shoots left. Right? Because you shoot to one side, one or the other. He probably shoots left because he wants to get you on his right shoulder.
Yeah.
So he steps to the right, knowing it's going to be on that
And it's
side.
all fucking knee to the
fucking
head.
dome. Do we have that
Jesus
video of
Christ.
Askren talking?
No.
No? Damn. Guys, can you find that video of Askren?
Yeah, I found it.
So I got to see that. Just fucking unreal, man. That whole card was fucking unreal, dude. Like, I mean, John Jones fight was incredible. The guy that John Jones is fighting, they don't know what the injury was. Maybe they know what it was now. But his knee was popping out the entire fight.
Yeah, that shit was
And
crazy.
he won the fight on one of the scorecards.
Wow.
Dude, it was unreal. He'd throw a kick. You'd see the knee slide out of place, slide back, and he kept throwing it.
Yeah. Like you saw, he was like wobbly a lot of the fight. Like that's crazy, son. Like John can't really talk shit after this.
Nothing.
Like
you got to put some respect on my man's name. Thiago Santos was his name. The girl fight, Holly Holm versus Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes kicks her in the face, knocks her out.
Right.
It was, I mean, like you don't see chicks having power, bro. Usually the thing with chick fights is it's just tons of like contact, but they don't have any power, so they can't finish anybody.
Right.
This bitch finishes chicks like a dude.
I mean, we still don't see chicks having power.
Say what?
We still don't see chicks having power.
Sure.
You see Nunes?
Son, Nunes has knocked people out one hitter quick.
Oh, Nunes is the
He's
GOAT.
saying that's a dude.
Yo, you might be right, son. We gotta check that clip. Real talk. We need to,
Nah, she's the GOAT, though.
That's her performance in the Hands and Frog, and she's a guy.
Cyborg. I don't know.
I knew that's better than Cyborg,
Fam,
bro.
Cyborg, a dude, bro.
That's a scary bitch.
That's a crazy one.
Scary bitch.
It was fucking unreal, man. Like what an amazing.
Night of fights.
And I'm a boxing guy who's like reluctant to let UFC take over, but you got to give credit.
I think there's a part of you that likes, like, you know, you like the sweet science, and I think you're starting to get into like the sweet science of like mixed martial arts as well.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's, you know, it's not just brutal fucking human cockfighting. There's a science to it.
There's
just
a
like
science to
the
it.
boxing.
I mean, and this shit was a great night of fights, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta give credit where credit was due. Look, before we get into this Silvia Saige porn interview, I just want to let you guys know, Toronto, this weekend, July 13th, first show sold out. Second show is a few seats left. Maybe by the time this is out, it might be sold out. Who knows?
Is this weekend?
This weekend, Toronto. Pull the fuck up. It's going to be crazy, man. Thank y'all so much for selling out the first show, and hopefully we get the second one sold out. But go, spread the word, tell the friends. Also, we got a Montreal. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing the Nasty Show for the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. But I also got 2 of my own shows I'm going to be hosting. We got the Inside Jokes live show, which is going to be amazing. That's on the 25th. And then we got Unsafe Sets, where I'm just going to have comics to do their wildest jokes. We're taking everybody's phone, all that kind of shit. Turn it off so you can really let loose. That's going to be the 27th. Let's sell both of those out. If you're from Montreal, spread the word. Asshole Army, I want y'all in there. Then we got Washington, D.C., Chicago, Thalia Hall, man. Y'all sold it out. So if you guys want us to add another show, let us know, man. But that's going to be amazing. And then we got Russia and Australia. More dates being added. TheAndrewSchultz.com, Matador Tour. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this, man. It really means a lot. And if you all want that fashion merch, we selling the fashion merch before the show in Toronto. Remember, before the show, go get there early because there's too many people for us to do it only after. So, we only bring a limited number of them shirts. Go get them shits early. Kaz, what you got?
Yeah, this Saturday I'll be in Augusta, Georgia, getting back in my color commentary bag. I'll be commentating the Nike Peach Jam in Augusta, Georgia for the Nike EYBL. Some of the top players going to Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, NC State. All those guys will be there. And you might have saw me post a picture outside WWE studios today. So I can't talk about what's in the future, but what I can talk about is this Sunday I will be on the WWE watch along with my guy Pat McAfee, former Indianapolis Colts punter. We'll be doing the watch along of Extreme Rules in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and a bunch of WWE guys. And there'll be a lot more stuff coming down the pipe. But check that out. Check me out on SNY tomorrow. Today, Wednesday and Thursday. And
dates, we're still working on ticket links. They're being a little slow with the venues, but for now, September 6th, Secret Group in Houston. September 13th, Piano Fight in San Francisco. September 19th, The Comedy Store in LA. And tentatively September 7th in Austin. 2 shows in each city. So come through. We're going to let you know, hit you with the ticket links as soon as it's live.
Yes,
Got him. All right, guys. So without further ado, let me just say that this second half of the episode, and the first, but also the second half specifically with our porn star bestie Silvia Saige, is brought to you by Raycon. Okay, it's 2019. Everybody needs a great pair of wireless earbuds so you can watch Silvia Saige's porn while you're on the subway. Okay, you can't have that shit blasting out of your regular phone. Unless you're an animal. Some people
if there's headphones that's perfect for porn, gotta be Ray J's.
Raycon earbuds start about
business.
half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the internet, okay? On the market in general. And they sound just as amazing. I have some. It's what I wear. All right. The company was actually co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg are already obsessed. Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds have totally changed the game. For me, anybody who has lost a bunch of, and I'm not going to mention the competitors, but y'all already fucking know, I've lost so many of these other competitors. I go with my Raycon earbuds. They're not falling out every second, okay? They fit snug. You can actually do activities in them. You can even work out in them, and the quality is undeniable, all right? So this is what you do, okay? This is what you do. Raycon offers the wireless earbuds for everyone, the range of fun colors, unbeatable prices. You go to buyraycon.com/flagrant2. to get 20% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/flagrant2. 20% off your Raycon wireless earbuds. Now, if you've been eyeing a pair, it's time to go get them shits. You're already getting them discounted. They're already cheaper, and you get another 20% off. What are you waiting for? Buyraycon.com/flagrant2. Now, y'all ready to get flagrant?
Let's get flagrant.
Let's get flagrant. Without further ado, I present to you part 2 of this episode with our illustrious pornographic princess, Silvia Saige. Keep it tight. We have a very special guest today, and our special guest is here with us. Some of you guys know her from the internets. Mm-hmm. Some of you guys know her maybe from a comedy club as well. Mm-hmm. We have Renaissance woman,
It's a good title. Good title.
Sylvia Saige.
I'll take it.
Welcome.
Porn star extraordinaire and stand-up comedian.
Thank you. Yeah.
You and I know each other from Nashville.
We do. Yeah.
You showed up to my show.
Yeah.
With your friend.
Trying to get time.
Trying to get time.
Yeah.
How long? Like 5 minutes?
I didn't know. I was like, fuck it. Let's just go to the club. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll go and try to get time. And then they were like, the headliner's already on, but you can go watch him. I'm like, yeah, we don't got nothing else to do.
Right.
Who's that
You
one?
see that? We don't have anything else to do. Then they came
now-
up afterwards.
But now look at you, though. You're at a better platform. You're on
Yeah.
Flagrant too. It's even
No,
better.
he killed the show. I mean, I was rolling the whole time. And
Thank you.
I will tell you, getting to hear stand-up comedy like that where you destroy the room, it just makes me be a better comic. And I had a better set that night because of watching you.
So you were
thank
performing that night in a strip club.
in a strip club.
And we're going to get
Yeah.
to all this. This is
Yeah.
great. You have another friend who I follow on Instagram now. What is her name?
Lila Hart.
Lila Hart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has like spina bifida or
I
something.
know
Bifida.
Lila.
Yeah.
She's a stand-up from LA.
Stand up in LA.
yeah.
Right. So the both of them.
Sweet girl.
She was opening for you at these strip club joints.
Yeah, deja vu.
Deja Vu.
Yeah.
We had a pretty wild time at Deja
Yeah,
Vu.
it was great until
This
we had
is
to
all
fly
Nashville.
out. It sucked.
You guys had to fly. It was
Yeah.
all in Nashville's a crazy
Yeah,
city.
we were just talking about this. I'm like, I really need to go. Yeah.
I had never
Absurd.
been.
Absolutely absurd. Okay, so you guys come to the show. You're trying to get time.
Right.
I thought you guys were trying to get laid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I swear to God, you wait in the line to see me after the show.
I was about to say, like, that's
Yeah.
usually how that story goes.
You were hyped?
Usually.
Hey, we should hang
You
out
can be honest
later.
here. It's
Right.
a
Do you know what
Patreon.
I mean? I'm thinking, okay, you guys have some weird, like, midget, normal person thing, because Lila's a midget, right? And I was like, what is going on here? What is happening? This
Right.
is different. You know what I mean? Then I look on your Instagram,
Yeah.
because I think you sent me a message on
Yeah, I did.
Instagram,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh shit, she does porn.
Yeah.
This is going to be super wild. You know what I mean? You say you have a comedy show later that night,
Right.
where we're also stripping.
Yes. Nude. Down to nothing.
That's what nude is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's I've heard.
Yeah.
You're doing stand-up butt naked?
No. I did stand up first. I
Okay.
did 20 minutes of stand up, and then I had to do 2 dances, like 2 feature dances.
No shit.
I had never done anything like that before, and I will never again. I am not a stripper. I have white girl moves all day long.
Wait a minute.
It's so embarrassing.
This is actually kind of groundbreaking. Like, who wouldn't pay for that though?
I
wouldn't.
mean,
You wouldn't?
No, I'll show up for the stripping. I'm not gonna.
But
It's
like,
like,
still,
I like my
like,
ruin my
stand
heart
up
on, like,
and I like my stripping
stand-up.
completely separate.
There's
They
a-
should be
But
separate.
there's ways that both of that could work, no? Like, because if the stand up is terrible, at least you get to see her naked at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
but
right?
you don't want to dance at that point. Like, did you have to dance after bombing in front of people?
well, I didn't bomb, but I would have
did
had
well.
to dance if I bombed. Yeah, the comedy actually went well.
Okay.
The second night, the first night, not so well. They had never done anything like this before, so their microphones were crap. Like the audience couldn't even hear us, so they're literally staring at us like, "Why aren't you taking off your clothes?"
I'd be confused. Like when you finish the joke, are guys like handing you dollars?
I mean, they definitely guys were tipping me while I was doing stand up, which
Whoa.
was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the more money came when you take off your clothes, obviously.
Right, obviously, because that's what we're here for. I just don't know the tipping structure for comedy. I feel weird after shows when people try to like throw me $20.
People try to tip you after a comedy show?
Yeah, it's just their way of being like, "Hey, I really enjoyed this. I need to let you know that I enjoyed it." And I always
But
turn
do you
it down.
sell merch?
We do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so buy
Fashion.
your merch.
That we sell to we call it fashion. We call it fashion. Yeah, they could do it. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's people they feel like you give them a lot of value in their life.
Right.
You know,
I know, I get that.
You
yeah.
get that, so
Yeah.
they just want to help you out in whatever way you want. I mean, this happens
Right.
all the time with porn
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
Do you know, like
we have to make like wish list. I have to update a wish list like every single week
'Cause people are just buying
buy
you shit.
all
Like
the shit
Amazon
I want.
or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
really.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so you have a wish
You have
list,
a public wish list?
Yeah.
and they
You
just
just put it like
buy
on your Instagram
you-
bio or something, and they just buy it
Yeah.
out, or
It's on my Twitter and on my Instagram. There's a link to it.
What's the craziest thing that you've been bought?
Oh my gosh. How big are we talking? I mean, my
You tell
bedroom,
me.
my bedroom furniture, my trip to Australia was purchased. I've done a trip to Mexico that was purchased.
Question: Do you have to?
My couch.
Do you have to fuck for these purchases?
No, not for these purchases.
So they're just doing
Not for
it.
these purchases. You hit the these.
very specific. I respect it.
Caught that early. I might be late, but I caught that early.
So you go in and you have a situation where guys don't want anything in return,
Yeah.
but they're just buying you furniture.
Yeah.
That is another level of insecurity. Like, imagine not even feeling like you
Like, you don't even
deserve
fuck.
to fuck someone who does have sex for money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I need to meet these. How are they still alive when suicide is an option?
Oh my god.
That level.
Wow, that
of,
got
my
dark real
God.
fast.
I'm just saying that
Don't
level.
kill
of-
yourself, guys.
No, I know you
Shit.
need furniture, but like,
Oh, here's the wish list right here.
Yeah, there it is. There
oh my
it
god.
is.
Okay, let's see the picture.
You
You
got
want
a
to?
globe?
Yeah.
What are you
I,
gonna do
Places
with that
she's gonna
globe?
get flown out to.
Let's stop this. Let's stop this. Stop right now. The top of your wish list.
I gotta update shit all the time.
I know, because this is horrible.
Yeah.
Can we
love
update some shit for
globes
you?
because I like to travel.
Yeah, you don't get to travel with the globe.
You got
Yeah, but I get to know all the places I'm going. I have like
Google.
There's a whole map
Kansas
on your
education over here.
Wait a minute. You could Google all these places.
And it's
Just
beautiful.
Google a map.
It's pretty to put. It's a decoration.
No, that should not be the top of the list. Okay.
If you see my
Number
house,
two.
you know it's all
Bump that down a
about.
little bit.
You gotta
There's more
put some
to-
shit that
oh,
makes you
those are
seem
the
like
globe.
not
But
a
it's
porn star.
whiskey.
Okay.
So this is Werella Women's Sexy Lingerie. You want lingerie?
Of course, always.
Oh,
Why?
Yeah.
Because I have to have new laundry every single movie I do.
Yeah.
So I
People
have
will notice if
You
you
have
wore
to
some
bring
shit
your
before.
own
Yeah.
wardrobe
Yeah.
to the movies?
I'm definitely your own bra and panties. Only a few companies supply bra and panties. Most of the companies will supply, like, if you're going to be a doctor that day, they'll supply that or whatever. But
You even try? I was about to say, like,
They don't expect the porn stars to bring their own doctor's outfit.
right.
I left my
You ain't got
smock
a
at home. I left my smock and my stethoscope at home. I'm sorry, guys.
Look,
You
I
got a
can have my
spare
Glade
one?
plugins.
I'll just
my
take
Glade
my
plugins.
scrubs with me to work today. Oh, this is insane.
Okay. All right, the Glade plugins. I
You
can
can
see.
buy
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
plugins, son.
Yeah, but why would I if somebody else will?
Because he'll buy you something better.
Well, they've already bought
That
it.
gives them little things to
Okay.
go for.
You
What
know
is
what
this?
this reminds me of? I
Air
think-
purifiers.
Why?
Because I have 2 cats,
Yeah,
so I'm
I
like,
got an air
like,
purifier at
yeah,
home.
I like clean air.
Yeah, I'm about to make one of these
Need
lists.
that. Nobody likes it that
Ain't
much.
nobody buying you nothing,
You never know.
I broke a bowl the other day, so I need new bowls.
So what happens in life? Like this is. I'm curious.
You know what this is? This
I'm
is
curious. Hold on. What happens in life when you realize that you can just put the things you need on a public site,
Yeah.
right? And then guys will just buy them for you.
Yeah.
And then you hear like women talking about how hard it is to be a woman.
I never say that. I always say my life
You
is
better
super
not.
easy.
Are you kidding me?
You know, I bought an old man in the bar a drink last night, and
Yeah.
we weren't even talking. He was just this old dude that reminded me of my dad, and I could tell he had a hard life, and
'cause he
nobody
was at
was
the
really
bar.
talking to him.
Right.
And I was like,
Not at
"Don't."
home.
I told the bartender, I said, "Don't tell him who it is. Just I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy his drink because." No one probably ever buys his drinks, and people buy my drinks all the time.
All the time.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let me return it to
Good
this
karma,
old man.
man.
Yeah.
Now you. This is what I find interesting. You entered porn late,
At 30.
30 years
Really?
old.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing your age right now?
35.
No shit.
35 years old.
Okay.
You enter porn at 30.
Yeah.
Before porn, you're doing.
I worked in medicine. I worked in hospitals. And
So you actually did have the
She had
smile.
She
Yeah.
really didn't have backup scrubs at home.
yeah.
That's why she doesn't need the scrubs. She needs the lingerie.
Yeah.
She's just a nerdy doctor with no cute panties.
Medicine or like medical sales?
So I did. I had my degree as an X-ray tech. So I worked in like cardiology, and I did stress testing and EKGs and that kind of stuff.
Son.
So
Yeah.
what makes
It's a
you?
real one. I know. Bye, Lisa. You don't got the degree for this Indian.
Wait, so like, what university did you go to? Like, where'd you?
Oh, I
study?
didn't go to a university. I
Okay.
got kicked out of the first college I went to,
Okay.
and then I get kicked out of a lot of places.
I figured.
And then I went to a technical college and got
Okay.
my 2-year degree. So that's why it's an X-ray tech. And
Yeah.
it's just like a smaller
Decent
degree.
gig.
Question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back here. You have this regular job. You're
Yeah.
making good money. You're making
I was
okay
making like
money.
$70,000 a year.
Okay, which
That's
is
pretty good
First of
money.
all, for a woman, that's very good money.
For a woman.
You're an attractive woman. You're in where? Los Angeles?
No, I was living in Kansas City. At
That's
the
a
time.
millionaire.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
a
Kansas City, you're a
Kansas
millionaire.
City, you work.
Kansas
Oh my
City.
gosh,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're
Any
making
middle America.
70 grand a
Yeah.
year in Kansas City,
Right.
right? Which is very good money. That's like making 200 grand a year in New York,
Yeah.
probably for
Honestly,
just
yeah.
cost of living type shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can live a phenomenal life.
Yeah.
You're not pushed into pornography for desperation.
Yeah.
Now,
No.
Were you good at fucking before you got in?
I was slutty.
Meaning you would sleep around.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would sleep around. Now, would you get offers? Would you get offers for like sex for money?
No, because I don't think I was like presenting it that way. You know,
Right.
life
you
is all
fuck
about
doctors?
like how you.
Did you fuck doctors?
All sorts of doctors.
Right.
So like, what
I'm
was like?
still fucking all sorts of doctors.
Love it. So what was like,
Go on,
what
you were
was like the
saying.
light bulb moment when you're like doing the X-ray tech and you're just like, you know what?
No, I actually left for comedy. So
Okay.
I started
okay,
doing
gotcha.
comedy at 28. So
Okay.
I left medical
And then you go
field
to
and
LA
stand-up.
to do comedy.
Yeah.
And while you're in LA, are you still doing medical stuff or no?
No.
How are you surviving in LA?
I was bartending and I got a job working at a construction company doing their books.
Okay, so you're doing
Yeah.
the construction company books. You can make a living still. You're surviving.
Barely.
Barely
surviving.
Now desperation comes in. Now the
Yeah.
offer of
But see, it wasn't desperation. It was I had a girlfriend who was staying with me in
Okay.
LA and she was doing porn.
Okay.
And it wasn't I wasn't desperate, but I saw her make 10 grand in a week and I was like, what the fuck
This is
am
better
I
than
doing?
stand-up. This is
Yeah,
what
I
stand-up
was like- But no, but I thought if I did this, I could make just a few porns a month and then I could do all the stand-up I wanted. You know, I could financially
it.
support
Some
myself to go
Robin Hood
do
shit.
all these
Yeah,
shows.
Right.
just like,
You know?
So that's how I
So
felt.
that's how I started.
Yeah, I felt
Some
that,
sort
that
of-
about like college gigs. Like I
Yeah.
would do like one
Yeah.
college gig a month. Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I'm like, it's just a way to fund my comedy career. But then I kind of fell in love with porn and I love doing it. The money is second to none. I get to travel all over doing whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want.
Okay.
You know?
So let's get back into this. So you start
Yeah.
doing the porn. Do you feel insecure going in there? Like these guys have had their dicks sucked by the best.
Yeah.
Am I one of the best?
I mean, I definitely felt insecure in the beginning just because I was a lot older than everybody.
Right.
And I wasn't as confident with my body as I am now. So it was just a learning curve in the beginning.
Did you have fake titties before?
Oh, yeah. I've had my boobs since I was 26.
Oh, so so you were ready for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you go in first scene. Do you think you do well?
Yes and no. It was with my girlfriend that was already in porn.
Andrew would like to know the name of that first
Sorry.
scene. He needs
I haven't watched any of your work besides what you showed me in the club.
Oh, okay.
So when we were
Yeah.
in the
I
strip
didn't
club,
watch any
Yeah.
work
I
until
was
yesterday.
like,
You were
what
like,
do you
do
know
your
about?
research. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
and
bet.
I was like,
Let's
what are
do
you
it.
known for? Give me your best video.
Yeah, and it's my true incest.
True.
Well, it's not called true incest, but you're in porn. You have to do the stepmommy thing because it's
That's
like
what I saw.
legal.
I saw a lot of the stepmom stuff.
Yeah, but I have one where it's my actual son. Of course, I have no children, but that one because I like play a drunk mom who's seducing her son. It's like
her actual son.
Yeah, my actual son, and it's like the highest ranking.
That's your opus.
film that I have.
Question.
People ask me about it all
They
the time.
say, in acting,
Yeah.
that it's really about getting into the character.
Right.
And believing
Oh,
it.
I can play a drunk woman real well.
Can you play a mom that sucks her son's
Can you
dick?
fuck your son?
I mean, I don't have a son, so sure, why not?
But did you have to
know?
embody that? Are you like, what would my son's dick taste like? Like, what would he like?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had to sell the role of like, this is just our secret. Like, don't tell anybody.
So you have to actually
like-
act. You gotta like
Yeah.
really be about the craft.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Now,
do
do
a
you
lot
say
of
don't
movies
tell
where you
your
actually
dad?
Yeah.
Or you're like,
Don't
because
tell
your
your
dad
dad.
is still there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, when you're sucking your son's dick, like,
Yeah.
there's still part of you that wants to like raise him, right? Like, there's still part you want to like teach him how to get
You
his
are raising
dick
him.
sucked.
You
right?
want to
I mean, like,
rear your child.
Yeah.
at this
you want to
point.
make sure that he's not getting his dick sucked like a pussy. Like,
Right.
so are you like telling him how to do it, where to put his hand on your head?
No, not really. Yeah.
You
it's
just want to please your son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of.
wow.
It's like I say to him a lot, like, this is how, mommy needs to feel nice. Like, daddy doesn't pay any attention to me. Like,
Daddy
I
doesn't
want
let
to
me
feel
suck
pretty.
his dick.
Yeah.
What daddy is this?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that scene is the biggest scene because people
Yeah.
are fucking creeps, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you operate in this world where you probably interact with a lot more of them.
Yes.
Okay, now
Yeah.
specifics. You're operating in this sexual deviant world. You're
Yeah.
getting free things.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's offers for sex for money. Right
Yeah.
now, we don't have to confirm that because that would be illegal, and you would never do anything like that.
Right.
But does that exist, and is it prevalent in the porn world?
It does exist.
What percentage of income do you think that makes up for most porn stars?
80.
80%? God damn.
So let me clarify, 80% of income for most porn stars is not made from those porns. That's almost advertising.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
That's
at that
exactly
point,
what it is.
It's advertising for escorting, right?
high dollar.
High dollar escorting. So these people that can afford these escorts.
How much
right?
money we talking as far as like high dollar?
Not
Like,
you,
what's
of course,
a-
but a hypothetical.
from things you've heard. Or
Bilvia
whatever.
Beige.
It really
How
just
much would
depends.
she charge?
I don't know who that is, but it depends on the girl. It depends on the girl, but nothing is going to happen for less than like 1,200.
So nothing meaning $1,200 is where blowjobs start,
That's like the minimum
and the minimum is blowjob, or that's a minimum for us to interact.
in Interact.
Okay, interact means fucking.
Yeah.
Means I come.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,200 I come. Is there? What is the most that it goes to? What if like some like Dubai prince wants to shit on a
Yeah,
table?
I was going to say, if you stay the night with somebody, it's going to cost you $10,000.
Wait, there are guys that pay for you to stay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey,
I thought they paid for you to
why don't you come
leave.
take up some room in my bed, bitch?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
So
Yeah.
you have to cuddle with these guys, or
I mean, it depends. Depends if they're like crazy cokeheads and you're partying and they're doing their thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Can we
I mean,
ask-
this is all like within your jurisdiction,
What's
though,
the
right? Like, if
weirdest
you don't
thing
feel
you've-
comfortable,
hold on.
you can just dip, right?
Always.
Okay.
Always. You always have the final say. Every
Gotcha.
woman always does
Gotcha.
in anything.
what were you saying?
What's hypothetically, or like, what's you've heard the weirdest thing that was paid for, and how much? Doesn't have to be you.
Oh,
Could
no.
be
Guys
someone else.
pay for you to shit on their chest. They pay for you to walk on their balls with high heels.
Can we go
and
back to the
God.
shitting?
swim in the balls.
I need to
You
know,
know
prices.
that you're gonna shit on some guy's chest.
Yeah.
Now, is there a meal
You
having
pregame meal?
Chipotle? what are you doing that you want to make sure you have a
lot
good
of corn.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask the guy, like what he's into. You know,
you've
like
never
is
shit
there
on a
a meal-
chest?
I would never. I can't even poop in public, let alone.
This is not
Technically,
in
this is
public,
private.
so it's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
private.
yeah.
Very intimate.
Yeah, no, I
probably
don't
more
want
private
anyone
than the bathroom.
around. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so back to this. 80% of the income. So the whole porn industry, this industry that we thought that so many porn stars were making money from these videos and these contracts with Vivid and all that kind of stuff, in reality is advertising so they can do private escorting gigs.
Yeah.
And these go from anywhere from $1,200 for a night to
10,000.
10,000
Or more.
Or more. 20,000?
Depending
I don't
on
know,
the
depends
girl.
on the girl.
Yeah.
Really? So there are some girls that can charge up to 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
You try to get
course.
Stormy Daniels into a room for a night, you know how she's going to charge you
Trump prices.
$50,000. Who I don't know.
And
I
you,
don't know.
you think Stormy's still doing it?
I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on her behalf.
But-
But why wouldn't you?
Now you're back in demand. Right now it's
Right.
like 100%. Now
Right.
there are certain like we had Lisa Ann here, and Lisa
Mm-hmm.
claims that she's never done that.
Some people don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right, so back to sports a little bit. Jimmy Garoppolo last
Personal,
year,
personal.
he was I'll tie it
Yo,
back.
cut his
motherfucker.
mic, son.
It
Cut
don't
his
tie-
mic, son.
It don't tie,
I got you.
tie
I
back,
got you.
asshole.
I got you.
Fucking
Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo was dating
Talk about
an adult
football,
film.
bro.
You don't let me finish,
Fuck.
motherfucker.
Stay that
You
shit
don't
down.
fucking
Stay
tie
that shit
nobody
for
He has no idea.
SNY,
Anyway.
bro. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Jesus.
What's the name of the adult film star that Jimmy Garoppolo was with? for
Lexi
some of the-
something.
I don't
It
know.
was fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Retired porn
they
star,
were
yeah.
like damn near dating. Eden, please,
Ain't no dating.
Google
They
it.
went on one date.
They were damn near like together for a while, right?
Okay.
So like for somebody who's making that much money,
Right.
We're talking about that level of person that
Right.
like reaches out to people and it never comes out as far as like, famous people that pay these people, or
Right.
there's just you're talking about like your doctors, your IRS guys,
Right.
that type of shit.
I mean, I can't speak.
Definitely worth the
yeah.
payoff.
She
I don't
signed
know.
NDAs.
Yeah.
I want to know about these NDAs and how ironclad they are, because I think Stormy Daniels is a fucking she's Benedict Arnold of this entire service. It
I
bothers
agree
me.
with that. I agree with that statement. I think if you did sign an NDA, it's your point to shut up.
Gotcha.
But,
Okay.
And that's what you got paid for.
Can we get back to fucking and not talking about
Yeah.
Garoppolo, please?
Yeah.
Well,
So
fuck you. All right.
So there's a situation. I can't believe 8% is doing it. Now you say some of these people say that they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Is it a chance that they're lying and that they actually really are?
I have no idea.
It's a lot of money
Can't
to
speak
turn
for these
down.
people. Yeah.
Right?
It is a lot. I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
We're talking about like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
For something that you're already doing and
Now-
no one's gonna see.
Do these people have the people that do it? Not you, of course.
Right.
But do these people that do it have reoccurring clients, or is it a just random thing? You go get a phone call
I
or
mean,
a
it's
DM.
both. Yeah, definitely both. And I think it's up to anyone's personal preference what they're going to see and what they're not going to see. You know?
Do you feel an expectation to deliver $1,200 worth of pussy?
I mean, if I were doing it, I would like to put on a show. Yeah, I'm a show queen. I love being someone's fantasy. Like that's why I do porn. That's why I'm so sold in doing porn. Like nothing makes me feel more powerful than knowing that like I'm keeping your attention.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, does it make you feel sad that I haven't jerked off to your porn?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes when people tell me that and they're like, I've never looked up your stuff, I'm like, oh, why? You don't find me attractive? Like that's
Really?
Wow.
yeah. Like I watch your shit. I've scrolled through your videos.
Yeah, but did you jerk off to it? Is the question.
I mean, I don't have to
did you?
masturbate.
Yeah, I'm about to say, wait. Did you now? That's a whole different
type of
conversation.
laugh right
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I haven't. You haven't popped into my mind when I'm masturbating. Funny,
Wow.
sexy. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe you were after Dick after that comedy
I think
show.
you kind of owe her.
I owe her what?
Like you have to like go.
I have to
look
jerk
up her
off
shit.
now?
Yeah, at this point.
I'm not going to do it to the one where it's your son. I think that's too
You
weird.
can pick another.
I'll pick another
Go
one.
Yeah.
stepson.
Yeah. Step I could do.
Stepson is like, I don't give a fuck,
Not an
bro.
animal. Step, okay.
But
all right.
one person doesn't just pop into my brain when I'm masturbating. Like multiple people would just pop.
It's a
in and out.
montage.
Yeah, it's a montage. Yeah.
Right. Well, you didn't have to take that away from
Oh,
me.
I'm
You could
sorry.
have just let everybody think it was.
There's a video of him.
Piece of shit.
There's a video of him shirt and no shirt, no pants. So
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to find that, Eddie,
I haven't
send
found
to
that
you.
one.
Oh, that's out
got
there.
I haven't searched
No,
hard
it's a
enough.
Patreon, I think.
It's a
I
Patreon?
think so.
Was
I
it
mean-
the Premium Pete episode?
Maybe nah.
Might
There's
be.
another one.
Yeah, who fucking
You know
knows?
what I'm disappointed about with you though is that you
What's that?
haven't done a Netflix special.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't fuck with me.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes that's how the cookie
Netflix
crumbles.
fucks with me. They should certainly fuck with
Did
you.
you do a Netflix?
I haven't done a Netflix special, but I'm teaming up with Tommy Chong's people, and we're got a project that
That's
we're,
sick.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congrats,
Is it stand up?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
Netflix
like
doesn't
a
do the other
huge
thing.
weed comic.
Okay.
So I'm in the weed scene real hard.
So it's okay. This is part
You
of
make
the.
a lot of money off vices. That's your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You really
That's all
cornering
porn
that
is,
market.
though. Like it's
Porn?
everybody's
Fucking hustler, bro.
Everybody.
Get that.
I did
Okay.
comedy at a strip club and then got naked afterwards. You
Yeah,
think
that's
that I don't
crazy.
fucking like? I'll say yes to most things, you know.
What are your no's?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, no more flying frontier. That's a big no for me.
I could have
Do you
told
know
you
how
that shit.
horrible
Yeah.
an airline needs to be that a girl's willing to get shit on is not willing to fly to get
This is
the new low for an airline. Wow.
This is the ride she says no
Right.
to.
Holy shit.
But
Wait,
in
I
fairness,
didn't say I'd be shit on. Pull that one off the table
yeah.
too. Yeah,
She'll
I'm not
shit
into
on
that.
people.
Okay,
No,
what
I
would-
won't even do that.
You wouldn't shit on people?
No
No,
shit, but
I-
that's because you're scared about it. It's not because
Yeah.
it's like below you. It's
If
just you don't
physically
feel
I could do
comfortable
it, I
shitting.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the no? Anal?
No, I love anal.
Anal you're fine with. I think you did tell me that first night
Yeah,
as well.
super
You were
into
really
it.
shooting your shot.
I'm
I was just
super
missing
honest.
that shit.
I'm just really honest in life.
God,
That's all
okay.
it is.
We're
So-
very oblivious. All
Yeah.
of us.
I can't tell. When a girl's trying to get me to fuck her in the ass, I can't tell at all. I'm complete. I literally do not know. Like you were showing me videos of you getting fucked in the ass. I was like, whoa, that's good skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're really good at that. You get fucked in the ass.
Keep it
So-
pushing.
So anal, yes. What about girls? Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
but-
You know what? I hated girls.
But you're
in the
not really
beginning.
into girls.
Wait,
I could
that's where
tell.
I will tell you yes and no. I'm not.
I already know.
I wasn't in the beginning, but certain girls have changed my mind on
I don't
that.
believe it.
So
Which
now
girls?
I'm with certain girls. Elena Lopez is my number one, and she was so sexy.
Look
and
her
I
up,
would fuck
Eden.
her.
Put her on the screen.
Oh, you will.
You really
will
like her?
Love her.
Okay.
No, she has this amazing tongue. She ate my
Oh.
pussy better than anyone.
Yes, she's been on Adam.
She's got
No
that
Jumpers
crazy
podcast.
long tongue.
Her jump.
Elena Lopez.
Dude, look at her tongue. It's
She's
fucking
so
insane.
hot, and she used to be a Mormon. She's got 2 kids. Like, but you would never know.
Wait, she has 2 kids?
Yeah.
a Lopez Mormon? They made it down there.
Oh, yeah.
They got Hawaiians, bro.
Bro, they out
I'm
here.
telling
Mormons
you.
everywhere.
Mission trips
And
are
she's
real.
like super dirty, and it's
So
really
when
hot.
when someone has a super long tongue like that, I don't have a
Yeah.
long tongue. I have a very short tongue.
Right.
Do you like the tongue to penetrate?
So is that first photo right there, or I guess all the tops.
Oh, this her right here?
Super
Oh,
hot.
she look good.
Yeah.
No, but go to the tongue. Just
She's
type in
like
tongue.
24.
Damn, 2 kids at 24. That's the most.
Look at
lavish-
it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it.
Where
There
is
it is.
it? Dude,
Yeah. I get it.
Right?
Totally get it. Yeah.
is she
Right?
penetrating with the tongue,
Yeah.
or is she? And you enjoy that?
So much so. And she
More
was just,
so than
she
a-
made such great like eye contact, and I was just like
Wait,
so
you like
into
eye
it.
contact during the pussy eating?
Yeah.
How do you even
Yeah,
do that?
what?
How
what?
could you not? You just look down. I'm not
With
that.
a tongue
like,
that
there's it.
long, shit.
Oh yeah, she'd be having a conversation with you and then you supposed to like. Way to
fly nearby.
Okay, so you have this lesbian experience with her, and she's so good at the act of sex, you find yourself sexually attracted to women now, or to specifically her?
Specific women. Yeah, because I've been into other scenes with other women, but I don't go into a bar going, oh, I'm going to pick up a chick. Like,
Have you ever gone home with a girl from a bar?
No.
Do you still fuck guys that you meet?
Not really.
Right?
Not really. Did that kind of kill it for you?
Honestly, it's just because I make income with my vagina, and so I don't want it to be sick in any way.
Yeah.
And I
Got
can't
it.
trust the general
Protect
public.
your investment.
I'm tested every 2 weeks by blood and urine, and
You also told me that.
Yeah.
Man, you were really trying to fuck. You were telling me you're clean, showing me
She
you
ain't
had
say
sex
no.
with your
Yeah,
stepmother.
she hasn't said no
I
yet.
had no clue.
She stopped short of saying she jerked off to your
You also were
stand-up,
like, we got to leave early in the morning. Were you saying that so you
know.
could come back to my apartment before? So you
there
get a
was no
quickie?
chance. I had to fly
Holy
out at like
shit.
midnight. Yeah.
How oblivious are you? I think
I'm so
when Akash
oblivious,
picks it
bro.
up before you do.
Nah, I'm
That's
so
sad, dog. That's embarrassing.
clueless
bro.
when girls hit on me. I'm really
Jeez.
clueless.
Yeah.
Because I thought you were just a fan of my comedy. I didn't know that you wanted dick.
I didn't even know your comedy until I saw it that night. But then, of course, I am a fan now.
Right,
but
right,
I didn't
right.
know who
And
you
that's
were.
why
And
you
then
wanted that dick.
Yo,
I
guess
mentioned
you're
your
right.
name
Oh,
to,
yeah, bro, we did it.
to some buddies of mine who are
I kind of feel like, I mean, you say you don't like fuck like regular guys anymore
Yeah.
for like work. Like, I think at this point, you guys kind of have to fuck now, right?
I mean, I'll try it.
I can't.
I mean, you kind of have to now, right? Like, I'm saying. Why not? Why not? What's there to lose?
For the culture,
Come back for another episode. We'll talk about it.
culture. Listen,
We'll come back
great
and report
content.
on it.
how about this?
Yeah.
We can fuck,
Yeah.
Patreon.
but you have to shit in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah, have to.
Those are them's the rules.
Them's the rule. She got real Kansas on us. You have to shit. You have to take a full shit in front of me.
Door open?
Door open. You could be on the toilet. It doesn't have to be on the table or anything.
A
Or
table.
Chest.
Yeah, I don't want to, but you have
That's
to.
a hard one for me.
I know it's about vulnerability. Like, this is very vulnerable for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, here I am thinking that you're just a fan of my work when you really were just objectifying me the whole time. Now, that's
hate
very
to say it.
difficult for me to accept. So you have to accept something difficult too. So we go out. We have a nice dinner.
I don't like this anymore.
Eggplant parm.
She's like, don't treat me nice. I just want to fuck.
Watch this. Watch this. How about this? We don't even have to fuck. You just have to take a shit.
Just take a shit.
Wait, we went from the things I wanted to now the things I don't
You
want.
thought you were kinky.
Well, there it is. God damn. Shit.
You know, that's just it. I never thought I was kinky. I thought I was slutty. And then
Yeah.
I got into porn and realized that I'm a prude. Like, I didn't know how much was out there. Like, I was
Interesting.
that's
I
an
was a
interesting
little
distinction.
blind to things, to
You
be
just like
honest with
fucking.
you. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? That's
Everyone like
that's a
fucking.
dumb
We're human
question.
beings, but
Yeah.
like you liked you found maybe some like fun in it, some validation in
You
it.
found out you're that percentage of people in the world that people want to watch fuck.
Right. I
There you
found
go.
that out, and I was like, wow, this is great.
I'm saying
That's
before,
a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
before you were in porn, when you were just living in Kansas and
Yeah.
you were like making this money and doing that stuff, you go
Right.
out to the bar and it wasn't a big deal for you to just hook up with a guy that you met
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat.
in a
Yeah.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
like hook up with guys
It's
in the
kind
bar.
of like my mission, to be honest with you.
You'd go out to the bar that
It's not
night.
a good night if
Yeah.
you go home without
Talk about
bringing
that.
someone
Right.
home.
Explain. Is that
Gotcha.
something common with women? Do they go out hunting?
I mean, I certainly did. I was definitely a hunter, and I would go out and I would go to like a bar or a party or whatever, and I would wait it out, and I would see who all the other women were into, and then that's the person I would go after, regardless if I was sold on him or not. I wanted to be the one who
You
won.
needed that validation.
Yeah, like I was like, oh,
So you were
that's who everybody
competitive.
wants.
Yeah.
I'm into it, and I will take him home. Like that's
And
my goal.
what was your most salacious line to take a guy home? We're talking about it is 10 seconds left
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter. You're down by 2. What is your, you know what I mean?
You're a
Like,
woman.
you-
don't
I've
need
never been. Yeah, I was
lines.
gonna
That's
say
what I'm
I've never
saying.
been
Yeah,
down
but there's
by
other,
two.
there's other
Competing.
girls there that are also trying to
Oh
take
my
this guy
God.
home.
Yeah.
There's a great Chris Rock bit about
I'm
that.
slutty,
about
but
the
not
difference between
kinky.
men and
You
women.
can't say that.
It is like-
Take you home from a
when
wild
men,
night of
men will see
missionary.
a nice
Hold on.
woman and be like, wow, that's a
But-
nice woman. I want to meet someone just like her.
Right.
I've always
And then
been.
women will see a dude and be like, that's a nice man. I want him.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
still
And I
competing.
would step on that bitch's throat to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
And that's how you felt.
Yeah, and I've always been super confident. So confidence is always sexy to people. So just the fact that I'm like, we're going home. And they're
You
like,
would walk
we
up to
are?
a guy
and
and
I'm
say,
like, yeah.
we're going home together.
I mean, at one point, I'm sure it got to that. But yeah, I just lay down my snooze
Women don't
nest.
need game.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to see from their perspective.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going up to this guy and you're going, I'm going to take this motherfucker home.
Right.
You do some stupid talk. Hey, how are you? I'm Sylvia, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You show him some pictures of you getting fucked in the ass and videos. Tell him that you've been
That's
tested.
new. That's a new
all this
rule I
stuff.
get to play.
You were
Yeah.
throwing out all the
Yeah.
cards. Now
Blood
that I
test,
realize
bro.
that.
She said blood test just now.
Nobody's
Blood
cleaner.
and urine.
She said nobody's cleaner than me in Nashville. I get tested every 2
She gets
weeks.
tested more than John Jones, bro. Fuck that. I respect it.
So you throw out all this stuff, and then if it still was up in the air, you think you would just say, "Hey, listen, I want this to go down."
It's funny to me that you think it's still up in the air. Like, it's never up in the air.
Have you never had a guy say no
Not really. No.
in your whole life?
She's a
I don't believe that.
bro.
No.
Women
I
don't
can't.
need
Andrew ain't
game.
even said yes
But-
yet,
Yeah.
for real.
But Andrew's
true.
a different type of fucking dude.
Technically,
And-
I've not said yes.
There you go. I
That is true.
understand.
There's a first for everything. This is
Okay,
very
what game does a woman really need to get them to sleep with somebody? Like, honestly. Like, a good-looking woman walks up to you and is like, yo, we're going to have sex. 80% of dudes are going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Right.
for what? What
And
would they need
there's,
to do?
there's alcohol involved.
And
everything
most
is
men are
loaded.
out there, like, most
They're
women
also
wouldn't
looking
be...
to fuck too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, most women aren't as upfront and being like, oh, I just want to go and hang out with my friends. Like, she's openly saying, like,
Right.
I want to go out and find somebody to fuck.
Yeah.
Most men, when they go out, like, it
Yeah,
would
of
be...
course.
Yeah, so it's like...
what about married dudes? Any emotional qualms
Into
about
it.
that?
No, I'm into it.
Really?
I'm actually more into married men than I am to single
Talk
men.
to me. Why?
Because they don't want
don't
an
want her.
expectation. They're not going to call me every day. They're not going to bother me. Like, I don't like people to ask a lot of questions. I like to run my own life, and married men don't ask questions.
We have a newly married man. What about engaged dudes? What about engaged? How do you feel about engaged dudes?
I don't feel like engaged dudes are looking to have sex with anybody else. I feel like they're
Is that
so
why they
sold
call it
on being in love,
engaged?
you know? Married men have gotten over the fact of being in love and they just want to get their rocks off, you know?
Right.
Engaged men are still in love with somebody. And they have this magical idea of what it's going to be when they get married, which will fall apart. But,
So married men are the best.
yeah.
Easy, casual, done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Have you ever had somebody that wasn't happy with your services?
If they were, they didn't tell me.
But do you ever hear a bad
Thankfully.
review or anything like that? Like,
I don't read the Googles. You know, I don't read the comments.
There's like
not
a
a
Yelp
Yelp.
review on your
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
there's no Yelp for escorts?
I don't think
There's
so.
got to be an
Yeah.
Angie's list
Yeah.
for escorts.
100%. There's no way to review?
I don't know. I don't know if there is.
Gotta invent it.
I'm not into
Yo,
it.
Madam's list? Madam's list, son.
We definitely need to do a
Let's
review
do that.
system.
Oh my gosh.
You can make a lot of money on that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for other people. It's not my forte.
Not you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Hypothetically,
Right.
if you were to do something like this,
Right.
or other people in your position
Right.
are doing stuff like that. Yeah, it's fascinating, man. I can't believe. And you still do stand up.
Yeah, I love stand up.
Love it.
Just do it for the love
Which
of the
feels
game.
better?
Stand up.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Stand
fucked,
up.
Wait, have you ever fucked a guy that you are completely disgusted by? And how do you get over
yeah,
that?
in porn.
And how do you get over that? How do you compartmentalize
I almost
that?
quit porn the day it happened. But
Talk to me.
No one will ever see the video because I made the most obscene faces to the camera because I was just like
Why
so.
were you disgusted by him? He was single and available and showed interest.
No. He was super old and disgusting, and I was told it was a boy girl scene, which mean I would have sex with two men, and I was totally okay with that. And it was for black site brother lovers.
All right.
And I thought it was going to be two brothers, and
You
I
know
was
how
sold.
old the black guy had to be to look old?
But it wasn't.
Shit.
That's
Black
not
don't
what
crack, bro.
happened. That's not what happened. I had
So
sex
you're
with a
saying
black man, and
two
it was
black
great.
brothers duped you.
No, listen
Are
to
you
what
the
happened.
Jussie Smollett
It wasn't two.
of pornography?
It was two
One of them
black
is absent.
men.
It sounds like two black fathers.
I was down for the two black men. That's
Yeah.
not what I got.
Right.
I got one black man, and he came on my pussy, and then the old fucking disgusting white director came over and ate the guy's cum off my pussy, and then proceeded to fuck me. And that's the face I made to the camera. I was like,
Wow. Wow.
so it would never be put on
Hold on.
on the internet.
Can I? I don't even understand what
So he's the
happened.
director.
No, no,
right?
no, no.
So
I
he comes
understand all
back
too
from-
well what just happened.
He puts the camera
He
on a
comes
fucking
on your
like,
pussy. Hold on.
yeah.
So meaning like, so you're a spread eagle. You're laying on your back.
Yeah.
And then he comes like kind of like a Cinnabon, like that little
Yeah.
drizzle.
glaze.
He glazes
Yeah.
the pussy
Yeah.
drizzle,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Then the other guy
Comes and eats it.
licks it off.
Yeah.
Does he do one bite like a grouper, or is he cleaning and licking as he goes?
Cleaning and licking.
Like windshield wiper type of.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I
Okay.
almost quit porn. It
Wait
was
for
awful.
it. So after he does that,
Yeah.
then he immediately starts having sex.
Yeah.
Is there a conversation?
No, there was no conversation.
And is that allowed?
I left my agent right after because I couldn't even believe he booked me on this. Like, I was so disgusted, and it was like the
Is that
worst
rape?
moment of my life.
Yeah, it sounds kind of rapey.
I
like
mean-
if you don't,
Yeah,
if you don't know the dick is coming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's usually rape, right?
Yeah, I wanted to like cut my vagina out and my eyes. It
Was the old dude
horrific.
Harvey Weinstein?
No, just this nasty
Harvey's
dude.
a saint.
So I like to tell
Compared to
everybody
that.
to never watch that site. Do not support those people because they're disgusting,
So they're bad.
horrible people.
What's the
Who's
name
the
of the site?
best?
You could say it.
Brother Lovers is the name of
Brother
the site.
Lovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that happens. That's the lowest point in porn.
Yeah,
And
for me.
after that, you're like, I think I'm outcha.
I thought I was going to be. Yeah.
Then what happens?
I mean, I signed with another agent, and it was promising to treat me better. Of course, they didn't.
What happened with them?
My next agent was a giant cokehead, so it was like, yeah.
Those are all cokeheads out there.
For sure. But what
no.
did he do to not
Really?
treat you right?
It wasn't not treating me right. It just wasn't making me enough money. He just wasn't paying enough attention. He had his own issues and was too wrapped up in his own life to worry about booking people on jobs.
Right.
And I probably wasn't one of his like high money makers at the time. So
Do you have like a legit agent and a porn agent?
I
And a comedy
have-
agent?
I do not have a comedy agent. I book all my own comedy. I do have an agent for my pornography, but I also self-book. So, yeah. Yeah.
So that was the lowest point in porn. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah, nothing worse. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And now I always ask who it's going to be with, and I look them up online, and you can say yes or say no. But I don't really have a no list. A lot of people have no list of people they don't like to work with.
Really?
I don't have one.
Who's a prominent guy on the no list?
I can't say.
Really?
I mean, I'll tell you off of air.
Well,
but
this is behind the paywall, so no one's gonna,
Yeah.
they
Wait a
won't
minute.
find out.
So wait, why? There's somebody that you cannot talk
There's
about?
one guy that like a lot of girls have on their no list. I might be the only one he's allowed to have sex with, to be honest with
Who?
you.
Ron Jeremy.
No.
Mr.
Oh
Marcus.
gosh, he would be on my no list for sure.
Jesus.
Not Ron Jeremy.
I don't want to throw him under the bus. I would feel bad.
You're not throwing him under the bus. This is just what it is. We'll just go ask Lisa. Who is he? And you're the one who's willing to fuck him. So if anybody should say, then it's
Yeah.
you. Who is it?
His name's Brad Knight.
Brad Knight.
Knight.
Do you know him,
Alright.
Kaz? Kaz is our
I
resident
don't
porn
know.
expert.
No, I only know a handful of like male
we get
porn
Brad up?
stars, and he's not one of them.
And why do they not like Brad?
It's just the way he tries to run the scene. He tries to act like he's the only one who's been making porn and that nobody else has any idea what's going on, including he does it to the director. So a lot of directors won't work with him. He tries to like run the show.
I thought that the
basically.
men have no pull whatsoever.
That's
in
what
porn.
I thought.
Yeah, well, they really don't, which is why a lot of people don't like to work with them because they're like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
not
replaceable.
running this.
Yeah, nobody's here for
Right.
you.
Right.
We're watching it for the girl, not Brad
Right.
Knight.
Facts.
Right.
The fact that this
Yeah, he
guy,
looks like a fucking
Yeah.
douche.
this
Ah,
guy
well.
looks. What is Cody? Who's the guy in the what's that sitcom back in the day?
Boy Meets World?
Boy Meets World.
Corey.
Corey Matthews.
Yeah, that's Corey
He does
Matthews.
look like Corey Matthews. God
Wait,
damn.
this guy has a big
The
dick.
peach fuzz
He's
on
got a
his chest.
huge dick, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
That guy right there with that
Yeah.
little chest hair.
You gotta
does.
trade some things off with God, man. Like, make me look like this, but give me a fucking humongous dick.
He has
Yeah.
a
Get it.
big dick.
He does, yeah.
Have
Now
you
you
seen a
say-
picture? Yo, get that up, son.
You
Get
can put it
that
up.
up.
It's a Patreon episode.
Get
You can put
that
it
up.
up.
Get that up.
Now while we're waiting for that, you say you self-book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa was here, and she was talking about how much like the internet like has really helped her.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so tell me about that. Like, I know she does. What's the thing?
We have our OnlyFans. We have our
OnlyFans,
premium
yes.
Snapchat. I have a Pornhub account. All of these things are just different ways to
Because
make
porn, I
income.
imagine, there's nobody pays for porn.
No, but that's
But they
that's
do
one thing I
pay
wanted
for
to
these
ask.
sites
Yeah.
because it's being more connected to their favorite
Their favorite
stars.
porn star.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like a personal, intimate look into our lives.
So
And
how
they're
do,
like,
how does the Pornhub work? Because before it was like YouTube. They were just like uploading whatever.
Yeah.
But now there's like verified accounts and shit.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
don't know how it works. I have an assistant and she does all that. But I have an account and it does make me money. So that's what I know.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I had no idea. He is.
Oh, here's your work.
There it is.
I got it.
Let me see that. What's that on your
Oh,
phone?
is that Brian Knight or Brad Knight?
Brandon?
Brad.
Which scene are you looking at?
Mommy blows best.
Yeah, that's Brad. That's the name of the site, Mommy Blows Best.
God.
Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite title site? Like,
Yeah, I love working for Sweet Center. They're my favorite company to work for.
All right, shout out to Sweet Center.
Why is
that?
Well, we'll give them business.
Because they actually have like real storylines, so I actually get to act. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
their most booked person in 2018, and on the road to be their most booked in 2019. They've made me a contract person.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just love working for them.
you've
it's
never
fun.
done any casting, have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
love
like casting couches, you mean?
Because that's Andrew's forte.
I
don't know.
started. That's how everyone kind of like starts, and so I did one kind of casting couch that was with
Oh,
my
he's so
girlfriend.
happy right now. There you go. He's
Wow.
so happy right now.
With whom?
Rick? I don't remember.
Backroomcastingcouch.com.
No, I don't think so. I can't remember who it was. It's 5 years ago.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
See?
No, it's not Rick.
Is that where I got my hand stuck in the garbage disposal? Yeah, that's the storyline.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
No, before we started recording, you said he got banned from Fox Sports 1.
Oh, Fox Sports News.
How the fuck did that happen?
So okay, so like
Yeah, tell us
4
while I
years
watch
ago.
you suck dick.
Like,
Ask your sports questions.
So like 4 years ago, I was out at the bungalow in Santa Monica. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Okay.
So basically the premise of the bungalow is it's very like house oriented. So it's like a lot of couch seating and it forces you to interact with people. And I was there on a Tinder date and my Tinder date went to the
Tinder
bathroom
date, wow.
and there was these 4 dudes sitting across
What do you
from
say
me.
you do on Tinder? Are you honest about that?
I'm not on Tinder anymore, but yeah,
Right,
I'm
right.
honest with everybody.
Okay.
And so there's these 4 guys sitting across from me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very friendly, and so I just said, "Hi, I'm Silvia Saige." Blah blah blah. And we started talking. They
Right.
asked what I did. I said I'm a stand-up comic, and I also work in pornography. And they were like, "Oh my god, we'd love to have you on our show."
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Whatever." I
Right.
agree to most podcasts, you know.
Okay.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do your radio show."
Yeah.
But I didn't know who they were.
Okay.
And then they were like, "We'll have your people." Or our people call your people, and I was like, "Well, I am my people, so yeah, I'll take that call." And so they called me, and the next day, because this was Saturday night, so on Sunday morning, I was on Fox Sports Radio, and I didn't know that's who it was. And I basically said, the last comment I said was, they said, "Are your parents proud?" And I said, "Yeah, my parents are proud that I'm taking the path less traveled and the cock more ridden." And
It's a great line.
yeah, and that was it for me. And
Just saying cock.
yeah, and then like a month later, I'm in Vegas, and I ran into those same guys, and I said, "Can I get back on the show? I want to promote this comedy gig I've got coming up." And they were like, "Yeah, we're not allowed to have you on the show anymore, and we almost lost our jobs because of you." And I was
Wow.
like, "Oh fuck!"
Wow.
I had no idea. I was like, "You guys told me I was able to say whatever I wanted."
Yeah,
That's
hate
on
to
them?
see it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
on them.
you can say
So
whatever
that's
you want
why
here.
I'm not
clearly.
allowed to be on Fox Sports News ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew seems very, sir.
Yeah, you really enjoy giving head, huh?
Can
I
I,
mean,
see?
yeah.
Let me see this.
Now, is this uncomfortable for you? I could never sit next to somebody while they watch my bit.
It's the worst.
No, it's
That-
not uncomfortable at all.
That's not
You've done this
uncomfortable.
No, yeah.
thousands
I've done comedy thousands of
Yeah.
times. I've done comedy more times than she's fucked. It's still uncomfortable for me to watch someone watch my bit.
Really?
Way
Yeah, for
uncomfortable.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
not at
crack
all.
screen?
I will sit.
I got you
and-
don't watch porn, right?
Nah, I'm good. son.
Yeah.
I'll sit there while they watch my comedy too. Yeah. Do you want? I don't know.
I didn't even bring it this way. Yeah. It's good work.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank
Good
you.
work. You being objective.
Thank you.
Can you pass that?
Lots of
Pass that
eye,
over.
lots of eye
Good work,
contact.
man. Yeah, shit. Great angles.
Can you pass that back to me? Just
Great
pass it
lighting.
through Just pass that back to him. He did take a peek.
Take a peek. Nah.
Solid.
You don't watch porn?
No.
He does not watch. I told you, he's a very gentle
Soul, man.
soul. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What do you think is going to happen to you if you watch it?
I don't know. I haven't thought through, like, I don't think I'm going to hell, if that's what you were wondering.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Wait, why don't you watch porn?
Just not his thing.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
not
my
his
thing.
thing.
Because my mom thinks I'm going to hell, by the way. She's super religious, and she's
Yeah,
like,
well.
we won't be able to spend together any time together in the afterlife.
So they don't like it and you're fine with that?
I mean, they accept it. I'm still close with my whole family. My dad's side is not. I mean, my dad's like, I wish you wouldn't because you're my daughter. But he's like, I get it. And I think my dad wishes he were me. He's like, God. He's like, you get paid to go have sex with people, and then you get paid to tell jokes about it. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I wish I would have thought of that.
Did you notice? Do you notice like any difference in like the physical nature of your relationship with your father? Like, was it difficult once he saw you doing porn to like hug you and be affectionate?
I don't
No,
think
not
he
at all.
watches. I don't imagine he watches.
I don't
No,
imagine
he's not
he
watching
would.
the porn,
Once
but
he
he
saw you
he
do
knows
porn.
that you're doing it.
Yeah, no, well, he didn't have any qualms about it. In fact, like, I was afraid to tell my brother because it's my older brother.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, well, I'll fucking tell him. He's like, he can't say anything to me about it. And he was like, my dad's super supportive.
I was about to say, like, he sounds
Yeah.
like very supportive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Just
tight.
because he knows, like, I'm safe and he gets it. Like, sex sells. I'm a 35-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, he knows I'm fucking anyway. Like, I might as well make some money at it.
Can you retire
From porn?
and like be okay financially? Like, what is your exit strategy?
I mean, I don't know that I'm leaving porn anytime soon, but I mean, financially, I'm pretty good. I'm going to, my plan is to buy a fourplex in Kansas City, where I'm from, in the next year, and have that be making money, and probably buy a house in Vegas and have that be making money.
Well,
I would
if you
like.
come in the game doing like the stepmom stuff, you could do it for quite a while, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
have no
like-
plan to leave. I mean,
Yeah.
one of my best friends in porn is Reagan Fox, and she's damn near 50, and she looks fucking stunning.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't see. When I first got in, I told myself like 2 to 5 years max, but I'm at 5 years, and I'm like, I feel like I'm just now like getting the recognition I deserve. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Right? Are you winning
Yeah.
those awards, those AVN awards?
I have not won any AVN awards.
You won an AVN
No.
You've
award?
been nominated though.
I think I've
Who
been
sucks their
nominated for
son's
hottest
dick
MILF.
better than you?
Okay.
Yeah, I think this year might be a little bit better for me because I've done a lot more features and a lot more like big movies this year. So I think this year will be better for me. So we'll see.
Interesting.
Do you
Fingers
get
crossed.
recognized often in the streets?
Yes and no. I do, but people don't always say something to me in person. Some people will, but mostly they'll message me on Twitter and like, did I just see you at blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But they don't say anything. Or a lot of people are like, you look so familiar. And then I'm like, you want to know why I look familiar? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, it's, porn. And they're like, oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Unfazed.
Yeah.
Okay, back to fucking Andrew, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, is there
good
like,
segue.
is
a good segue.
how
As long as it wasn't
often
sports.
does it happen
Yeah, yeah.
where like a guy is just so oblivious that like they don't know that you're throwing them pussy? Does it happen a lot or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, like
I think just
what-
because we're put like on a different level and we're like not humanized any longer, that people are like, oh, well, there would be no way you would want to have sex with me.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
Is that
it
what you were
almost
thinking?
seems like it's such a
No clue. I don't know
a
what I
pipe
was
dream
thinking.
that it's like, oh
Right.
no, this person really isn't just. It's not this
Right.
easy. They're not throwing
Right,
it with this.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking right now, Andrew?
I'm trying to remember that Akash was asking. Something. I don't remember what I was thinking at the moment. I often assume I'm oblivious to like it.
Yeah.
I'm really oblivious. I mean, I wasn't trying to hit on you,
Okay.
right? I assumed you're like you told me you're a comic at first.
Yeah.
Then you were telling me you're going to the strip club. So I'm like, I assume you know me from maybe LA, you know me
Yeah,
from
I
the
didn't.
comedy scene, you
Yeah.
just want to stop at the thing, and then you're doing comedy at a strip club. I didn't put it
Yeah.
together that you were also a stripper.
Well, I'm not a stripper. Let's get that straight.
Whatever.
I am the world's worst stripper. Found that out the hard way.
Right.
Real embarrassing.
You've never stripped before.
No.
Yeah. But no, I didn't assume it, to be honest with you. But yeah, again, maybe I don't do that. Yeah, you have to really throw it at me.
So when do you fly back?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Andrew, when do you fly out? You got what gigs you at this weekend?
I'm in town. I leave tomorrow though.
Leave
Me
tomorrow?
too.
I
leave
know.
tomorrow.
So we have
What is
until
it,
tomorrow.
afternoon?
What airport?
4th of July weekend?
Hey,
Like,
let's
yo.
get some fireworks.
What airport y'all flying out of? Maybe take a cab together?
I'm
I don't
LaGuardia.
I'm not taking I'm not going to the airport.
What?
Yeah, I'm driving upstate.
Oh.
Oh,
Lord.
okay.
You have a
So
car?
it's not that.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to rent a car.
Oh.
Correct
Damn,
one.
that
Can you
sucks.
put that on your wish list for me?
A A rental car?
Yeah, just get me a nice
Somebody
rental
will buy
car
it.
for 3 days. Yeah.
Somebody will buy it.
Better
Fuck
than a
it.
fucking globe.
Do you do that ever? Do you
It's different decoration. If you were to see my apartment, you would get it. My apartment is all about world traveling. Like that's what my apartment looks like. It looks like a person who
about the
travels a
globes.
fuck lot. Yeah.
Right.
Was
always
that
been my
like
goal.
another throw at him?
I think she's like, you got to
think
check
I
out my
was.
apartment.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
missed that too.
Bro, like,
Dude, I
Check
keep
out my
bouncing.
apartment.
I'll be like, yo,
Damn,
make
bro.
this happen, yo. Goddamn.
Fucking
For the
up,
sake of the
yo.
podcast,
We'll put
please
that-
fuck Andrew. Please. It'll make
To be
great.
fair, I missed that too. I was like, does anybody give a fuck about decor?
Yo, you think a guy's walking into your apartment going, damn, you travel. Yo, this girl is worldly, dog. Wow. Let me get that blow job that I saw you with Brad Knight.
You travel out of this gig.
Like, bitch, you been to Greece? Wow. Nobody gives a shit. God damn, yo.
So can you even have like a steady boyfriend or that kind of stuff? Do guys put up with it?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't dated in 11 years. Like,
Ooh.
I haven't
Really?
had a serious boyfriend.
So that's
in
where
11
you
years.
sacrifice.
Yeah, but I don't count it as a sacrifice. Like
She said 11 years and she's been doing porn for 5.
Yeah,
she
so
didn't
yeah,
have
I
a
don't
serious
count it as a
boyfriend for her.
sacrifice. Yeah, thank you for the pickup on that.
Yo,
yeah.
math always.
I
I
just
missed
I'm
that,
better
yeah.
at being single, and I like the no answering. I don't like to answer questions. I don't like to answer questions from anybody. I hate fucking small talk. Like I'm just not into it. I'm like, do we have a point? Like let's get to business. Are we making money or what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
and so. Yeah, it's a lot of tie down, and I feel like people get distracted when they're in relationships, and I'm very focused on my goals and what I want to accomplish. Like, so here's my main goal. This is what I tell people.
Yeah.
I want to do for
Not
sex.
get AIDS.
That's I'm on prep. I'm not getting AIDS.
Oh, beast.
Wait, what's prep? What's prep? What is that?
about prep?
Nah, what is that?
Yo, she's on point with it.
What
That's
is
the
that?
drug the gay dudes take so they don't get AIDS.
Yeah.
You can prevent it from happening
Yeah.
by taking this regular
Yeah.
drug. Smart.
Oh, shit. How often are you supposed to take it?
Every day.
Every single day.
Yeah, it's like birth control.
Jeez.
It's like AIDS control.
So people can just splash in raw all the time. And
I
they'll
mean, I don't let
You're not
anybody
trying
come
to fuck a
inside
guy
me.
with AIDS.
There
But
you
go
Yeah,
on.
right.
Wait a minute, guys can't come inside you at all?
I don't allow it.
Not
no.
even the cream pie thing?
If they do, they have to pay me extra so I can get the plan B.
So
'Cause
you don't take birth control?
I do take birth control, but I don't take risk. I'm not trying to get pregnant. Like
Good
I
point.
am like no baby.
So
Central.
even with birth control, you're going to take Plan B.
100%.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fuck a baby. Like, I hate babies.
You have on film.
Yeah.
Your own, actually.
I'm not into it. Yeah.
Yeah, for someone who says they hate
Oh,
kids,
good.
your work does not demonstrate it.
Right? Yeah.
She's
Maybe that's why you
really
can't
Alex
have one.
approved.
So you don't want kids at all?
No.
None.
No.
Is it because you're afraid you'll fuck them?
That's exactly what it is. You are so right. No, I just wanted. So my goal is to do for sexuality what Ellen DeGeneres did for being gay. Because before her, it wasn't even talked about. It was very hush hush. Nobody. There wasn't gay people on TV. There wasn't kissing on TV. And now,
And how
not
nice
only,
was it?
It was, yo, right? Bro,
No,
Now we got
but
this bitch
now-
dancing around all goofy at
Yeah.
every 2 p.m. We don't need all that.
But it's super accepted, and that's what I want. So I do.
So you want 2 p.m. on
She's blowing
ABC,
somebody.
just girls sucking cock.
No, I want us to talk about sex. I want sex to be just an open topic like everything else is. That's why I do 2 podcasts of my own, one of which I do with the director of psychology for UCLA, and it's very sex education based, and I run my own podcast. It's super sex oriented, that's the one I wanted you to be on.
Yeah.
It's sex education, but with a comedy twist. So it's all the things that you Google, and we'll ask you what you Googled last, about some sort of sexuality. And mine was, can you get gonorrhea through sharing a joint? Because I thought I got gonorrhea of the throat by sharing a joint with somebody.
Did you get gonorrhea
You
of the
cannot get it that way, by the way.
How'd you get
but,
it?
Yeah, I have
I
had
got some
gonorrhea
ideas.
one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's only a few
did you get
ways
it that
you can
way?
get it.
Yeah, I don't know how I got it because I just popped for it, so I don't know if it was, by the throat or anything else.
It's funny they say pops like athletes do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pop
the
for
fine.
PEDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suspended for 2 months.
But
Wait,
yeah.
do you guys get suspended when you pop?
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to take a week off until
No,
you
but like,
get
does the
back.
company
A
go?
week?
A week?
This punishment.
Yeah.
Just a week?
Damn, son.
So
Yeah.
what are you doing within that week?
Hold on, who
Like,
gets
what's-
you fresh off of the gonorrhea?
That shit is like
Well, I mean, you get
concussions.
cleaned for it, and then you have to get another clean test.
Right.
Yeah. So when you get your clean test back, then you can go back to work.
Nah, man.
Any other crazy STD that you got?
No, I've only had gonorrhea one time in 5 years, and I've had nothing else since
What about
I
the
got
class?
That's like the beginner's STD.
Yeah.
It's like, you'd be all right. It's like
No, I've never had
the
the
common cold.
What about herpes?
Everybody there, we don't do tests for herpes, but there's also preventative you can be on. Also, I'm on for herpes as well.
Really?
So yeah,
So your pill
and I think
regimen
most people are
daily.
Those
is
are my 3 pills:
birth control,
anti-baby,
PrEP.
anti-herpes, and AIDS.
Anti-HIV.
That's a
or
strong
AIDS.
big 3.
All just
Yeah.
take this? Why aren't all of us on this?
I don't know.
Why are we
You're-
rolling the dice with these
Because
things?
you guys are. I mean, you're not testing on the regular basis either. That's why I don't fuck regular people.
Yeah, what's
hell
the
no.
med
You know?
for the anti-herpes thing?
You writing it down?
I don't know.
Start taking that shit.
It's at home in my hotel. I'll
That shit is
send
out
it
there,
over
bro.
to you.
She'll text it to Andrew later.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just give you the bottle.
It's a
Just slide
daily you
the
take
note on
as
your
well. Yeah.
nightstand.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
I had one more question.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you said that 90% of your income, or for
80%
most,
of
80%.
some girls'
Yeah.
incomes.
So what about for male actors?
I don't think a lot of males do any
Escorting.
sort of
Well,
there's
they do
just not
gay
a-
escorting, right?
Yeah, some of them can, but there's just not as big a draw, and it doesn't make as much money.
So they're just not making money then?
I mean, they do. In straight porn,
I feel bad for any woman who's paying for dick. Like, that shit is free as fuck.
in straight
saying?
porn, we have very few men who actually work. I want to say maybe a pool of 15 to 20 dudes who work on a regular basis.
That's exhausting.
So they work all the time. These dudes are working 5 to 7 days a week. So, I mean, even though they don't make as much money as we do, they're still making a pretty.
How much
I think
do you
it
make
used
for a
up.
scene?
I don't like to talk about that.
Can you give? All right, how much does not you, but maybe another girl, an average?
I mean, it just depends. So it depends on what you're doing.
What would you,
So
would you
Sex.
say your first couple roles? What were you making?
usually it's somewhere around $1,000.
Okay.
For a
So
scene.
$1,000 for a scene. How much will a dude make for that?
300 to 500.
Really?
Yeah.
So where's the wage gap
But
argument with
some of
porn?
the bigger guys can make up to 1,500 a scene. So that's what I'm saying. Your rate goes up the more
much
you're
can a
in
bigger
and your
girl make?
demand. And I mean, it just depends. Depends on how big she is.
No
but-
guy is making as much as the girl, though.
No.
So-
Well, some of our big guys are making as much as starting out girls, if not
Wow.
more.
But that's starting out. So there is a wage gap in pornography
Yes.
that nobody's addressing.
yeah.
And it's a huge grievance against the
You
male
make as much
population.
money as you tell people you want to make. Everybody sets their own prices.
Ah.
So there's like a general of what each scene costs and what it's
Yeah.
going to be, but then you say if you want to go, if you'll take less than that, or if you need to ask for more than that, and then the company decides if they want to book you, if they can afford you. They all have caps on their movies,
Right. They have a
So-
budget just like anything else.
right?
This wage gap argument was very conservative.
Very.
You make as much as the market dictates.
That's right.
Right?
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, I think on behalf of all of us, we're very grateful that you came. I know
Yeah.
you got to run out of here.
Oh shit! I gotta really run.
But thank you so much for coming. We
Yeah,
appreciate you. Tell them
absolutely.
where they can see you, what podcasts you can get, where
they can
Instagram,
follow you.
all that
Yeah,
kind
absolutely.
of stuff.
You can find me.
Andrew's DMs.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram at the Silvia Saige, and it's SilviaSaige. If you watch my stand up, you'll know what all those eyes are about. And you can find me on Twitter at Silvia Saige XXX, Facebook Silvia Saige, and you can find me on iTunes and Spotify.
Got them.
Yeah.
Go check her out.
God bless.